Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode number 157. This is actually the epic return of the Wrestling Rundown because we've been on hiatus for a few weeks, due to finals and school and stuff like that. And the main roster sucks, so it's not like we were gonna be doing any rundown anyways. So there you go. We'll get into that too. The main roster sucking ties into this. Well, actually, it always ties into the videos. What are we kidding? Like, anyhow. Um, I am the host, Owen the Birdman Finch, and I'm here with, we'll start with the champion.
Hello again, everybody. I'm just a simple man and the current Wrestling Rundown and No DQ Team Champion, and my name is Noah Foster.
And
he's different. Give him a moment.
Vince Hebert.
There it is.
So all along, we could have just started the video. We waited so you could eat, and you just went and ate anyways on video.
You had to get that last bite in,
bro. I mean, it could have been worse. I could have just licked the freaking sriracha sauce out of here.
Yeah, true. Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Hello.
Right, let's start the show. This is going to be a weird show full of sadness, anger, and excitement all in one video. Like
excitement, happiness. It's gonna be a roller coaster.
Yeah, sometimes this emotional roller coaster.
Is this gonna be the James? You might know this more than me, but is this gonna be the most roller coaster of emotions episode ever of the rundown? Like
pretty much, yeah, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess we gotta start with the sad stuff.
Yeah.
I guess like actually one of the news is anger. Now that I think about it, the second part of it, but we'll get into that. So. Last week, I believe it was like last Thursday.
Thursday, Raw Thursday. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Ashley Massaro passed away, which is really weird because I think she posted something on Instagram like the day before that, and then she passed away like the next day. It's just kind of one of those things that's just really weird. Like, just kind of shows how like life just works in a weird way sometimes. Like,
by suicide too, right?
They're saying that, yeah. But that's not confirmed yet, though. Correct?
I don't think so at the moment. Yeah. But we know that she has passed, which is very, very upsetting.
What's most sad about it too is apparently she was training for a comeback to WWE. And I guess I'll start like.
And one can only assume it was for the Mae Young Classic 3. You have to imagine.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably going to be in the spot of like Caitlyn and Serena Deeb before her. So.
Yep.
Yeah. She was probably going to be like doing that, and then maybe either a trainer,
probably
center, or just do the Caitlyn deal where she comes in, is in the Mae Young Classic and then is out of there. So.
I do not blame her.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
But see, I usually talk about memories I have, but what kind of sucks is all the memories I have are weird memories. Like,
oh God.
I'm glad you used the word weird and not a different word because I know what you're thinking. Because she was during that era.
Yeah.
The women's division.
No, but like, I'll just say the memories I have.
All right.
Her getting tied up and kidnapped by Mickie James on that segment on
the build towards WrestleMania 22. Lithium.
I actually like that storyline though. So
and it was a pretty good match, except for the whole,
I loved her. I loved her in a role with Lundgren.
Yeah.
London and Kendrick.
Yeah, that was a good role. She was like the best friends of Trish Stratus. I don't know if that's kayfabe or legit, but
Yeah, it was real. I mean, and they had the angle where her and Trish went after Candice and her cronies in the ring, and that was pretty fun. And recently, when I watched WrestleMania 23, I think back to how much Melita respected her despite that short match they had at WrestleMania 23 for the women's championship. She was apparently a very nice person, had a major impact on both men and women throughout all of WWE during the later 2000s. So
yeah.
It's really sad because like I had a biggest crush on her when I was a kid, bro.
I got one more. the segment where she got suspended by Vince McMahon. I don't know if does anyone remember that? That's how they wrote her off to do
not
Survivor.
That was vague, but I do remember somewhat like that. Yeah, wasn't she with there was somebody with her when she did that. I forget who.
Yeah, no, I remember that. That's how they wrote her off.
Because like Vince was like punishing everybody because like there was supposedly like he was like brain dead after that like Extreme Rules match and One Night Stand 07, so he was just like freaking punishing the whole roster, which is nothing different than what he does today.
Yeah, they did that so they could write Ashley off because she had to do something. I think it was something with her daughter.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she had the Playboy.
Isn't her daughter special needs too? I swear she is.
I have no idea.
I think she is.
Well, let's move on by just saying this.
I got one more.
R.I.P. to Ashley. You shouldn't have done it. If she did do it the way they said, life is too valuable, and you need to realize not only affects you, it affects those around you. I wish the best to her and her family and friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I do.
And recently too, she has like a GoFundMe page now too.
I saw.
So there you go. Now we're going to bring the next topic to James. Everything going on with Ric Flair. Mainly because I don't know a lot what's going on because I didn't have a chance to do the research stuff.
So basically, for those who don't pay attention to the dirt sheets, which are surprisingly more accurate with the story than fucking TMZ was.
Hashtag clickbait.
Yeah. Everyone was worried about Ric Flair. The TMZ came out with a report that Ric Flair was rushed to the hospital and was pronounced brain dead by the time they hooked him up and all this other shit. And they were basically, and you know, that's what they ran with. Everybody, including CNN, Fox, all these other media outlets reported on TMZ's story because, you know, they usually are responsible for keeping up to date with celebrities and all this shit. But if they were to ask the people that were fucking close to Ric Flair, they would have found out that Ric Flair was 100% fine and that he was going in to a pre-scheduled hospital appointment. Okay, that was made months in advance so he could feel good for StarCast. It was a mini procedure. He's there at StarCast now. He's fine. Yeah. He's fine. Okay? Probably the most disgusting part about this is, besides TMZ didn't do any fucking research whatsoever before they decided to just run with this story and send it out for clickbait, was even after this rumor of Ric Flair being in critical condition again got debunked by Conrad Thompson and a bunch of other people, they still went and said and tried to run with the story by saying, oh yeah, it was a pre-scheduled appointment, but there was a mix-up with the surgery, and now he's pronounced brain dead. So they were still trying to run with this. It is absolutely fucking disgusting the lengths that drama sites will fucking go just to get a few clicks. It's astounding to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to know what, if anybody, and I mean even casual fans, if you are a fan of wrestling from way back in the day when Flair was there, and you want to know how they're doing, and you want to make sure they're in good health, don't go to TMZ. Go to No DQ. Go to ringsidenews.com. Go to all these other dirt sheets, because more than likely, and I can't even believe I'm saying it, even the dirtiest of dirt sheets will probably get that more correct than they will.
Yeah.
It is absolutely astounding how they fucked this up. And they got everybody worried for nothing, including Ric Flair's own daughter, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Morons.
Yeah, because she travels, like, on the road and stuff, too, all the
time. So she's, like, making sure, you know, her dad's always okay. And it's like, the minute TMZ reported it, of course she's fucking worried. She calls her, and her father is like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Good thing he wasn't in the surgery.
It's astounding, bro.
Could you imagine
how incompetent these people are.
Could you...
Okay.
I mean, obviously though, I don't. I mean, obviously she probably was still Willie, but I bet though, like it didn't happen the way you're talking about though. Like I bet she was like, yeah, these people.
Oh no, yeah, she probably was like, oh well, she probably was worried. It's like, hey, Dad, you all right? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to the hospital for a previous procedure, and it's like, okay, some drama channel thinks you're dead, brain dead. It's like my brain's working just fine.
Woo!
This is the segment of the show we like to call James Rants. Well done, James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think me and Noah could have. Me and Noah can't. We have nothing to add to that. You just said it all right there. So.
Yep, I'm done. Moving on.
Now let's get to like. You think James was pissed off? By the way, you think James was pissed off then?
Wait till we're at the end of this.
There's money in the bank.
Let's run through the matches.
Kickoff first, because I have a lot of shit to say about this fucking kickoff. I don't know why I decided to watch the kickoff, but I did.
Owen, lead away.
All right, I didn't do notes because I was at friend's house and like with this piece of shit of a show, you don't need fucking notes. Like,
you really don't.
So you had the panel. They even fucked up the panel. That it was freaking Jonathan Coachman, Charlie Caruso, Sam Roberts, and
David Otunga.
And I think
here's the one thing I'll at least say this: the beginning part of the panel was actually it was good.
Yeah,
wasn't anything to write home about, but for a pre-show panel, it was good, right? Like they were treating it like a sports thing for a little bit anyway, which I'm like, oh, maybe the pre-shows aren't so bad. Then the thing just falls off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
That's to the point Coach lost control after getting between a battle between Selena and Sonya Deville in a war of words about relevancy.
I don't know, like they can't even do the panels right though, because like to me, like they
switch people off for no reason.
Yeah, and also too though, NXT like takeover Phoenix just basically was an example that no matter like the main roster panels don't matter. The micromanage to say what they're saying. So panels don't mean jack shit anyways. Like apparently every match.
I disagree with the NXT panels because some NXT panels are actually worth watching. Everybody remembers that if people watched it, NXT TakeOver New Orleans panel where they had Candice on and they ask her what is going to happen if Tommaso beats Gargano and she's silent.
No, that's what I'm saying. So NXT TakeOver Phoenix just proved that like the main shows how much.
Oh yeah.
We already know how much NXT disproves a lot of stuff about the main roster.
Yeah,
that don't even need to be mentioned.
Yeah. Really.
So panels just.
Then we go to
the ring.
They switch it off. By the way, one observation other than what I'm about to talk about next. Sam Roberts looked like he would want to be anywhere but where he was at right now.
Yeah.
My God, that dude looked like he is aged like fucking 15 years since he's joined these fucking panels. Growing the fucking I don't give a shit beard.
Yeah.
Like having bags over his eyes. That dude looks exhausted, bro. Like holy shit, does he look
think about like this too, James. He's got to go pretend like he likes this shit. Like,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not like NXT where he could actually be organic and give you his true thought, like how he thrashed Bianca Belair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could tell the difference in smile. Like he loves going to NXT events, but when he goes to the main roster, you could tell it's like he's just got to do that fake smile. You know those fake smiles where like, it's picture day at school. And like the woman that's taking your picture is like, go ahead, smile, and then she takes your picture and you're just like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what Sam Robertson on this show.
You know what I want to see now? I want to see James try to go to the main roster panels and pretend to like this shit because I don't think he'd be able to do it. Like.
Bro, I'd break.
I don't think James wants to even work for WWE.
I will never go to Stanford. Stanford could kiss the hairiest part of my left ass cheek.
Okay, moving on. Match, please. We already talked about you.
All right. There's one part I have to mention before we get to the match because before the match, they decide to have Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
On the panel and then I think Beth Phoenix was on there. So they swapped Beth Phoenix out with David Otunga, and they put Sonya Deville in Sam Roberts' place for no explained reason whatsoever.
Surprise!
She's explaining, like, they ask her, why did you let Mandy take your spot? It's just like, because we're friends or whatever, and she's giving this whole long, drawn-out speech of why she was selfless or whatever. Then out of fucking nowhere, Selena Vega comes in and starts just talking absolute nonsense, and then Sonya Deville's like, who cares? You're not even in the women's Money in the Bank. Why are you here?
Yeah.
I'm not being. And then they just bicker about, like, Andrade is a something or other, and she's like, well, my man's gonna win Money in the Bank. No one cares. No one cares. No one cares. And I'm like, what the fuck was the point of this? Are you just trying to make people's ears bleed at this point?
Can I ask you a question too? Nothing. There was nothing came from this too. This didn't go anywhere.
Absolutely nothing. They had to cut to the ring to get away from it because
they cut to the fucking ring, and they wouldn't stop. They cut to freaking Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton over at the commentary desk.
Yeah, it was so
bad.
And then
we start our match, and Daniel Bryan and Rowan make their entrance. I still have no idea why they're the fucking tag champions. I'm sorry. Call me a hypocrite, call me fickle, whatever. I know that's the whole gimmick, but, like, you could have just done Luke Harper and Rowan as the Bludgeon Brothers and teamed them up with Bryan, which would have made so much more sense.
Keyword sense, James. This is WWE.
All right, I'll talk about.
But right, as that's happening, so they get to the ring, right? Daniel Bryan's still over as a motherfucker. He could even get this fucking lump of clay Rowan over. And then out comes Jimmy and Jay. And I'm like, okay, well, nothing worse can get on this pre-show, right? After that fucking Selena and Sonya Deville segment. No, they have the Usos get on the fucking microphone and call Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan SpongeBob and Patrick.
And this is where I immediately go die and take a piss. But continue.
Dude, the minute I heard that, I banged my head off the fucking table. I immediately made my voice start on the Wrestling Rundown show. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
The minute that happened, I thought, oh god, this show's gonna suck.
No, can I tell you? We knew we should have known. I had a feeling the show was gonna suck when, I don't know, before the pay-per-view itself, you're putting Daniel Bryan on the kickoff show, like
when he was one of the main attractions at Mania last year.
The second that happened, by the way, that should have screamed red flags to me, like all over.
There are so many red flags. This was the.
I think they did it because they're sick and tired of saying the cruiserweights don't need the kickoff, which they don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have. You want to know the funniest thing? Honestly, they want these pre-shows to matter, right? And let's say they want to start anew with the pre-shows, and they want it to matter. Why not put Lacey Evans and Becky Lynch on the fucking pre-show?
Yeah.
And I mean that. And here's why. I'm not saying that's a step down for Becky, because she'll be in one of the main matches on the card anyway at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not put that on the pre-show, give her time to rest in kayfabe, and then have her go out for her second events later on in the middle of the show?
Yeah.
That would have made way more sense, because then you're actually getting people invested. She's like the most over thing right now in WWE. And you have on every... You have this... What? You have... How many platforms does WWE have with this fucking kickoff thing? I think they have Twitch now. So you have so many platforms, and you decide to use that on a meaningless tag match done by the fucking wild card rule.
Yeah. All right, but I'll talk about this first too. Other things happened on the. By the way, too, that women's segment was like so bad. Like Jonathan Coachman fucked up who the commentators were because they were fucking screaming so loud. So that you can't blame Coach for that, because fucking who could have gotten that way when you have people screaming in your ears all day?
I feel bad for Coachman ever since.
I think Coach lost all freaking control and just like, Why am I here? I need to get out of here. Dear God, someone help me.
Dude, I think Sam Roberts was like probably happy this pre-show was over. Like he was happy to get out of there. Like
Yeah, he came back afterwards.
oh
Yeah.
but yeah, what else? Becky did a promo on the kickoff. Didn't matter. Not talking about it. Lacey Evans did one. Doesn't matter.
Oh no, Becky did do good on the mic at the very least.
Yeah, but like she just said the same thing she's been saying every week, so it doesn't really matter. So,
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Rinse, repeat, copy, paste, Control C, Control V.
And if you have an Apple computer, it's Command C, Command V. So
technologic, very good.
All right, then you had this tag team match. It was a good tag team match. I liked it. Yeah, but
Rowan had some great spots in here. I was shocked.
Yeah, I think the Vaughn team went over though. I think Rowan and Bryan should have won. Even though I picked the Usos to win, I only picked it because I knew WWE was going to do that. But like, you just freaking had to win the tag titles and do this great promo how they're going to start a tag team evolution. Not a good start by and James just licked the sauce.
That's what I think about this show. How about that?
Yeah, but and by the way too,
I'll do it all.
Great thing of having Daniel Bryan take the pin too. I know, like, the guy that was the WWE champion's getting pinned on a kickoff show. So you know what? This match went from a 3.25 star to 3 stars just based off that. So, yeah.
You're generous. I'm giving this a solid 2.
Okay.
Just because of that finish. Honestly.
What do you give this match?
If we're talking about the kickoff show match, I will say this. At least we saw Daniel Bryan in the ring because he was written off, I guess, because I thought he was going to have basically concussions. But
yes.
It was okay. I mean, the Usos, they got their spots in. Rowan, I saw him actually wrestle a lot more, and he's pretty impressive. But
he's actually really damn good.
And there was another match that should have been in this place, and I think we all know what that should have been. Steel cage. It was average, 3 out of 5.
Okay. Then nothing else happened on the kickoff. If it did, it's not important, so we're not talking about it. Then you had the real show itself.
This is hold on before we even get to the real show.
What happened?
I have to vent about this because I don't know what the fuck they thought. Why did you have one of the fucking entrances before the fucking show started?
Yeah,
at the very end of the pre-show.
Yeah.
What? And it would have been like fine, like right. If it were, I don't know, like say Bailey at first. Okay, you're getting people pumped up. You get Naomi, who you've barely featured at all, and you have her coming out dressed like a bumblebee.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. What the hell?
Also,
out of all things you could have done.
Also, too, like you just basically gave away that Naomi would win this match because you put an interest on the kickoff show. So.
I mean, did you honestly think though that Naomi had a chance to win this match?
No, but like this was a full-on conclusion of that though. Like typically,
if they were gonna do somebody, it could have been Dana.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, Naomi, they do this hype package. Hype package was good.
They always are.
Then
then you had the commentary team representing Raw was Cole, Graves, and Renee Young. Vince has ruined Corey Graves and Renee Young. You find a way to do that, so there you go.
Yeah, great.
Then the SmackDown team, we already said them. Vince has ruined all of them too. And then the 205 Live team, the only thing that Vince didn't ruin on this show, Vic Joseph, Aiden English, and Nigel McGuinness. Because I think, when the 205 Live match is on, Vince is like, yeah, I'm out of here.
He's got to go take a piss, probably.
That's what he thinks. Triple H takes over for that. So, then we had, the Women's Money in the Bank match. It was Naomi versus Dana Brooke versus Natalya versus Ember Moon versus Bailey versus... I'm missing people.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Do we really care?
No.
So Noah, if you get the official people, more power to you.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mandy Rose. Did we say Mandy Rose?
Oh no, I didn't say Mandy Rose. Thanks for reminding me. Mandy Rose.
And Dana Brooke, right?
I said Dana Brooke.
Oh.
Wasn't it like I don't know.
Carmella.
Yeah, Carmella was there. But I know that I'm missing an eighth person.
Hold on. Let me help you. Alexa Bliss replaced with Nikki Cross.
Right.
Right.
Bailey, Amber Moon, Mandy Rose, and Carmella.
That's the only one I forgot was Nikki Cross. So yeah, I like the match, but just to me, it felt a little bit too like choreographed. Like you could totally tell that they've rehearsed this match like thousands of times.
Absolutely.
And yeah, they had some nice spots, like Naomi doing the split and inadvertently caused a woman to get hit with the ladder and stuff. That was cool.
I thought it was a little weak, and that's one of the things. The spot on paper is cool,
yeah,
but you could tell they rehearsed it so many times because it still looked way too phony.
And like I said, I just saw Blood Money ladder match. Like Blood Money ladder match. This match had nothing on Blood Money ladder match. So
yeah.
I like the Eclipse though from off the top of the ladder. I believe
that was a cool spot.
Yeah,
that was a really cool spot. That might have been the coolest spot of the whole match.
Mandy Rose though, like she looked in the win. Anyways, I'm talking about. She looked awful in this match in the win. Like maybe
shocking, not really.
Huh?
Continue.
Yeah,
she's not
this match. She looked like the high knee she hit in this match, like with like Bailey and the ladder looked bad. Like
didn't even connect.
Yeah, it was just not good.
Yeah, dude, you could tell she's still super green.
Yeah.
I just don't know, man. Like,
yeah.
And by the way, didn't Dana Brooke do like some sort of splash on Monday before this?
Yes, she did.
Okay. What the fuck? What was the point of that? Because the only thing she did was hang off the fucking belt for like 4 seconds before she got back on the ladder. Literally, that was Dana Brooke's whole time at all during this whole thing. She didn't do a splash from the top of the ladder.
No.
Nor did she do it off a mini ladder. She just that was her one spot, was hanging off, that anybody fucking remembers. And like, admittedly that was scary, but it was like, this woman did a fucking frog splash.
Yeah.
You're trying to put and they're trying to push her like, oh, she's trying to do something outside of her comfort zone, and then she sticks to her comfort zone within the match.
Yeah.
Who the fuck could possibly care now?
Oh, I forgot about the great highlight of this. Like, the worst spot of the match was the spot where, like, where they did the Ric Flair thing at WrestleMania 22, where, like, Carmella, like, hurt her leg, and it was just so awkward.
Oh, don't get me started. Like, right. And right. This really took away from the match, too, because there was no need for it. There was absolutely no need. She literally she took a bump.
Yeah.
And WWE, a bump after getting hit with a ladder.
WWE, stop doing the X symbol if it's kayfabe, because like people are gonna think it's serious. Like,
yeah,
stop.
Seriously, like I thought it was a legit injury.
I'm talking about the main roster, anyways, too. Like,
yeah.
Because they wouldn't do that because they're too smart for that. So,
but it's like, right. I'm seeing it happen, and I'm like over here thinking to myself, this isn't Ric Flair. Ric Flair took a fucking superplex.
Yeah.
You could believe that his leg would have cramped up.
Oh, you're talking about the Carmella thing.
Old,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He was old and he was doing that match. I can believe that.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 22. Continue.
And they also did a similar spot with The Miz back in like 2011. During the Raw Money in the Bank match. I could believe that with him too, because he doesn't take a spot like that.
No, he doesn't.
And that was also his superplex. Carmella just took a bump, and then they're like, "Oh, we gotta do the spot. You gotta
up.
It was so bad too. Like, she even
corny, dude.
She even pushes Mandy Rose away, like, get away from me and stuff too. Like, it was just so bad. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
By the way, so then the finish comes. Sonya Deville tries to help Mandy Rose up the ladder. It doesn't work. Bailey shoves them off and just wins. There you go. I was gonna get this match.
You want to know the funniest thing? Michael Cole at one point on commentary is like, "Nobody's up."
Yeah.
Wait, really? Yeah, no, I'm serious. Because he's even thinking to himself, they didn't do that much damage.
Yeah.
They really didn't, guys. Like, I'm sorry, and that's not to say the match wasn't. It was okay, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like anything to write home about because they barely did any big spots. There were 2 big spots in the entire match.
I have a rant too. Why didn't Sonya Deville just go grab the case and just hand it to Mandy Rose instead of doing that? Because we know that's because that happened before. Like, I guess she doesn't watch her history. I guess
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this match
They only watch the history back if it's conveniences them, Owen. Let's not forget.
2.5 stars, just okay.
It's all right. It was like middle of the road kind of match.
Yeah.
Ladder sandwich.
I mean, the right person went over. Thank God.
Barely went over. Carmella tried to be Ric Flair, horribly sold. Not nearly as enough damage and Austin Sparks to really make me in this match. Yep, 2.5.
Yeah. Probably one of the worst Money in the Bank match. Let's be honest, it's like top 3 worst Money in the Bank matches though ever. Like.
Well, I mean, look at the people that were in it.
Yeah.
Minus Bailey, minus Ember Moon, and hell, even minus Dana Brooke.
Nikki Cross.
And Nikki Cross.
Don't forget Natty.
Who and Natalia. Well, not even Natalia.
Natalia should have won last year and cashed it in on Ronda. That's what should have happened.
Yeah.
Right. I'm looking at this match, and this was the same problem with the last year's when they finally started doing Money in the Bank for the women, or a couple of years ago, however many years it's been, and the same problem always comes down to, and I don't mean to say I'm gonna sound like an asshole, but this is really the case. The women are not willing to take as many risks as the men do, and it fucking showed here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. That's the blunt and honest truth. They are not willing to go through ladders like Balor and Ricochet and all these other guys did. They're just not.
Well, some of them.
And I'm not. And look, I'm not a fucking sadist. Like, I mean, we all technically are, because we watch the sport anyway. And there's obviously some form of physical violence and whatnot, right? But when it comes to this match, I'm thinking at least a few crazy spots are going to happen. There was maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is going on, man? It's not like you're not selling this to me that this is Money in the Bank. And when I think of Money in the Bank, I think of the big high spots. I think of Spot Fest. I'm not thinking of choreographing. I'm not thinking of Lucha Libre when I look at Money in the Bank.
No.
So
yeah. So
that's all I gotta say. I know that sounds like a dickhead comment, but it's true. Like, the women are just not as willing to take as many risks as the men do. And you want to know the funniest part? The maybe the 6 women that are probably Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, who's not even here.
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross.
Asuka,
and freaking, I feel like I'm missing one other horsewoman. Did I say Charlotte Flair? Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch,
Bailey,
Sasha Banks, Bailey, Nikki Cross, Asuka, and when she's there, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Those are 7 women.
Well, I think Kairi Sane would too.
Yeah, Kairi Sane too. I forgot about Kairi Sane.
Anyone from NXT would that was legitimate that you saw during a takeover.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's Ruby Riott.
Yeah, Ruby Riott.
They destroyed her and the Riott Squad.
Yeah.
Think about this. We had Sarah Logan coming off the Mae Young Classic, wrestling a classic with Mia Yim. Look at her now.
Yeah.
Now they broke up the Riot Squad, and now all 3 of them are doing nothing. I know. Ruby's injured. Ruby's injured, but then the other 2, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No idea.
And they have the women's tag titles too, and they decided to break up a team.
Dude, the women's tag team. By the way, the women's tag team titles have been around like 3 months. They're already off a pay-per-view. Good job.
Yeah. And they have yet to go to NXT or NXT UK, which is where the Iconics should really be with those. But I digress.
Yeah.
Can we move on?
And that, my friends, despite all of Sasha Banks' previous incidents where she, maybe admittedly would be a bit childish, I don't think she's childish here.
No.
Oh, hell no. I don't think she's childish here. And this is why. Because she was promised that they were going to elevate these fucking titles only for them to be like, next toy that we got to play with. The 24/7 title. Are you kidding me? Next.
This
we'll
talk
about that after.
far off the rails.
Mhm.
All right, so afterwards, Bailey did a promo talking about how she was happy to win. She even brought up Sasha Banks, which was funny, so that was cool.
Yeah, people booed that too. I don't like that. Why are people booing her?
It's
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, because they paint her in a bad light.
Yeah. Then we had a backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Triple H. And Sami Zayn,
shit.
Yeah, Sami Zayn was like worried that Braun Strowman was gonna come after him, so Triple H said he banned him from the arena. And Triple H this kind of buried Zayn because Triple H wasn't even interested in talking to the guy, and it's
I am fucking furious at what they have done with Sami Zayn.
Just wait till we get to that point, obviously though. So
no, I'm here at that point now because we don't even need to go to the next spot for my rant here. They have made Sami Zayn look like the biggest bitch.
Yeah.
On the fucking planet. Keep in mind, this is the same guy that fucking took on Kevin Owens at TakeOver fucking Unstoppable with a injured shoulder in real life.
2 of them, right?
No, he had one, but he had a torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
And he was still wrestling like nothing had ever happened.
Dude, this dude
they make him the biggest bitch on the fucking planet, and I'm aggravated with it. This guy's supposed to be, teamed up with Kevin Owens. Why? Why team him up if all you're gonna do is make him look like a bitch? Kevin Owens looks like more of a fighter than he does, and even that's suspect at this point.
I like Sami Zayn's new gimmick and such, but yeah, this was just not. This just showed right here, his push.
Should have been a babyface.
Yeah.
You know why he should have been a babyface? At least he would have been taken way more seriously than he has since he's returned. They have flat out buried this dude, and it's infuriating. This is one of the top talents in the fucking world. In the world! Yeah. One of the best mic talkers. One of the best wrestlers on the fucking planet. What do you have him do? You have him job out to people.
Yeah.
You have him look like a bitch with Triple H in a backstage segment.
That's not Sami Zayn. Next.
This is fucking stupid. God damn it, I hope he fucking asked for his release, too. Because they have not done him any favors since he's been called up.
No. Except the feud with Kevin Owens, but that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah. All right, next we had Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe. Rey Mysterio won in 2 minutes.
Hey, it went longer than freaking 26 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, in their defense, hold on. They had to call the match.
Let Owen speak.
They had to call the match early because Joe broke his nose. Fine. Don't do what you did. Just have Joe. Why not just have Joe get the win anyways?
His nose.
Yeah.
Guys. Right. You have done nose guards, right? You've done nose guards in wrestling in the past. I'm not saying you need to give him a nose guard. But fuck sake. Just have him win.
Yeah.
Joe's not a bitch. He could have still gone. He could have still carried a long match with Mysterio. Why on God's green earth? And you know what this only does? It looks like 50-50 booking to me.
Yeah.
This did nobody any favors whatsoever.
No.
You made Joe lose again, which means guess what? He's gonna lose the feud. Again. If we're gonna criticize how Bray Wyatt was fucking booked, how about Samoa Joe?
Oh, that's bad.
Samoa Joe looks like the biggest bitch right now. He talks a big name and loses all of his matches. That wasn't Joe in TNA. That wasn't Joe in NXT.
No.
How can you fuck up Samoa Joe worse than TNA did when they gave him a dick on his face? Please explain to me.
Yeah.
This dude literally murdered Scott Steiner, and he looks way more intimidating with a cock on his face drawn than he does right now. How could you have done this? How? It's astounding
Yeah, then
to me.
Yeah, then right afterwards he just murders Rey Mysterio, and it didn't mean anything because all it made him look like was a bitch.
And then you have, because he broke his nose,
Yeah.
you had to call the match on the fly, and Mysterio had to go over with a goddamn roll-up?
And by the way, ref,
What?
by the way, it was still a fuck finish too, because apparently Joe had his shoulder up, but the ref didn't see it. Bullshit. You clearly saw the ref saw that. Like,
Holy shit. Like, how up is that
you
shoulder?
guys are owning this. This is brilliant.
Dude,
Man.
how I swear it was like 2 inches off the fucking mat, bro. No, fuck that. That was a foot off the fucking mat. And he still counted it. Are you kidding me?
that the ref saw it.
This was your improvised finish. This was your improvised finish. Which, by the way, if that was the improvised finish, which means, one, Rey Mysterio was going to win regardless. Because they wanted them to give the fucking, Grand Slam to him. And two, they don't care and have no plans for fucking Joe going in the future.
No.
But this is how you improvise?
Yeah.
You have him, like, fuck off, man. Just fuck off.
This is a genius. Shut up. That's exactly what someone would say.
Yeah, as I said before, and I'll say it again, Vince ain't a genius. He happened to be a genius promoter, and that was the only thing he was genius at. Even that's out the window now.
-1 stars. -1.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it -2.
Okay.
Serious. No. I'm serious. I'm giving it -2. And it was a nothing match. And it ended in bullshit. And then they have this stupid post-match beatdown. So if everybody was concerned for Joe, right? Why have him go and beat him down?
Yeah.
Dude, this dude had his head busted open against Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver London. This dude continued the match. He kept pushing people off when they were trying to, seal up the wound with, like, whatever the stuff they used to do it with. He was still able to go.
Yeah. Dude, this dude wrestled...
You know how many broken noses and collarbones that this dude's had within his career, and he still finished the fucking match?
Dude, this dude still continued after breaking his back at Bound for Glory 06 or 08. I don't know which one, but he still continued.
06. 06.
Yeah. He still
what
continued.
The fuck, guys?
Vince, what?
Ridiculous.
Vince, do your history, buddy. Like, come on. Like, how is it that we know this shit and you don't know this shit? Like,
look, I'm not saying that Joe shouldn't have been cared for. Absolutely. Care for him after the match. But it was a small... I don't think it was even broken. It was the smallest cut ever. Yeah. It just happened to bleed a lot. I mean, that's what you get when you're dealing with a fucking Samoan guy, but, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad.
Well, let's see what Noah thinks.
It made him look like a badass, but that's all for nothing if you're going to have him look like a bitch to Rey Mysterio. And I love Rey Mysterio, by the way.
Yeah. You picked him to win.
That's me saying that. I'm a mark for Rey.
You picked him to win.
And I'm saying they fucked this up poorly.
Yeah, you picked him to win, too, and you still hate this.
This was stupid. Congrats. The only good thing I can say about this, congrats to Rey Mysterio for being a Grand Slam champion.
Is that really a big deal, though, anymore? Really?
Not really, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about it, they fucked up Rey Mysterio's return, too, in a way. Like, he doesn't feel like a big star anymore.
Of course. That's what they do with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, anybody remember what they did with the Dudley Boys in 2016?
Dudley Boys.
Yes.
Let's see what Noah thought of this match, though. Maybe he loved it. Let's see.
It was the moment. Rey Mysterio became Grand Slam. Then they got the Holy Daylights beat on him afterwards. Great song like Kofi on Tuesday. And I'm pretty sure Dominic's going to soon be the next Rey Mysterio. And we'll see what happens from there. 0 stars.
No one liked it more than we did. He at least gave it 0 stars.
I gotta be realistic. You guys live in a fantasy world, unfortunately, because we'll never do a negative star rating. Even Meltzer won't do that.
Yeah, fair enough. Whatever. 0
No,
stars.
Brian Alvarez did a -star rating, so I can do -star ratings.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he did.
He gives us a -star because because of the fucking finish.
Well, no, it's not this match. He's given like past matches -star.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, he's done, and he did a -5.
It does matter on both sides.
He did a -5.
Either way, Ray, he became Grand Slam, and that was your moment.
Yeah,
so that's why it's 0.
So what? Does that mean Dominic is going to be the new Ray?
Well, according to what I read, Rey Mysterio is supposedly going to be in a storyline where he will pass his mask off to his son. So yes.
You want to know the funniest thing? I guarantee you that idea is going to last 2 weeks and watch it never happen.
Yeah.
It won't happen. I'm convinced it won't.
Then you had I think
Which is an injustice to Dominic because I heard he's actually doing really good at Lance Storm's Academy, believe it or not.
Yeah. But yeah, then you had Braun Strowman backstage wrecking shit, and he wants Sami Zayn, and that's it. I'm not talking about this.
Another guy they've completely ruined.
Yeah. And then let's let Noah talk, because I know Noah really hated this. The steel cage match, The Miz versus Shane McMahon. I know he's kind of doing 2 things at once because he's doing no DQ chat too. So but let's let him let's see.
I haven't got on my case, so where are you at?
Oh shit! Do you have to do that?
No, but they encourage me to, and people do like to chat with me. So I'm not that social, but if people want to chat wrestling, I try to be that.
Yeah, it's not a video though, right?
No, absolutely not. It's just I'm a moderator.
I felt so bad. I'm like, I
would
would have ended it. I wouldn't have ran
to moderate chat to make sure you don't got trolls or genitalia out there.
So
anyway, you're talking about this match. So Shane versus The Miz. Let's see what happened here. It was a steel cage. It went on way too longer than it needed to. Freaking AEW CM Punk chance. They took the match. I'm so glad they did. The fucking ref, he broke up a freaking submission inside steel cage with rope break, which don't fucking exist. Then you got the freaking Shane McMahon still being called best in the world. Fuck that. And he wins by slipping out of his damn shirt. That tells me this feud's going to continue. He's still going to be introduced as best in the world. It doesn't help Miz at all. Doesn't help Shane at all. It killed the crowd. -5.5.
He went over negative.
Well, you're not the only one, man. Okay, here's the thing, right? I was liking this match. I was liking how it was structured. It was fine. And then they ruined it by having the fucking rope break happen.
Now, let's also point this out too, James. Before that happened, when Miz had Shane in the figure 4, he tried for the rope break. The ref didn't call it off. So that's also stupid.
Corey Graves, who's supposed to be the heel, even said rope breaks don't happen. And he tried to go back to being heel mode. It's like he probably did it because he's afraid that he'll get fired by Shane or whatever. And I'm like,
yeah.
Like, it's no DQ. It's no DQ. Anything with no DQ, rope breaks should automatically be negated.
Yeah.
It should just be negated. Fuck this match, bro. And the way it fucking ended, too. I'm expecting a superplex. I know that's sadist to me, but again, this is Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sake, no, we end it with him slipping out of his shirt.
He didn't even take a big bump in this match, which is what you're supposed to get in a Shane McMahon match.
This match was stupid.
Can we talk about how Miz just looks like the biggest geek in the world right now? Like,
yeah,
like he's back to being every babyface ever. Which, by the way, they did this to him in his first babyface run, which is why he didn't get over the first time.
Yeah.
And now here you are doing the same thing again.
Well, the difference was though, I'm not disagree. I'm agreeing and disagreeing. The difference was that nobody wanted the face turn the first time.
No
This
one
time,
wanted the face turn the first time, but you could have made it work. But they decided to do what they do with every baby face, and that's have him look like a fucking geek.
yeah,
Have him look like a geek.
yeah.
Yeah, no shit, man. Like, and here you are doing the same thing to him again. And now he's gonna go back to the fucking pre-show fucking at Mania next year, I bet. Through no fault of his own.
No.
This dude.
Oh, James froze. WWE. WWE is silencing James.
The WWE has heard the anger, has heard the disappointment, and like, okay, we gotta shut this guy up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. You may want to text him. Oh my god!
I can't because
we've been going for over an hour, and we're not even halfway through Money in the Bank. You guys have just unleashed hell on WWE, and I've just been.
I get it. That's why I kind of feel bad for you, Noah. Like we're just unleashing hell, and you're.
Hey, this is fun to listen to. I mean, if I wasn't, I'm coming off watching Best of Super Juniors, finally catching up off that. So you guys can't ruin me. I'm good. This is fun to hear.
But this is awesome. WWE side.
James is still probably talking and has no idea. You're gonna have to like tell him, hang up.
Yeah, I just texted him I just messaged him you're frozen.
Oh, he's gonna be so annoyed, I'm sure. And we're still recording. Don't edit this shit out. This is brilliant. James rants. I love it.
He can't even that was weird.
Good. He lost again.
On a roll, and then Vince.
No, he's gone again. He's gone again. He's gone again. Say it when he comes back.
Okay.
Dude, I fucking hate this computer right now. I want to punch my monitor. I've been talking to myself for like the past 2 minutes.
I think WWE heard you, James. I think they silenced you.
Where did I even leave on last?
Shut up. Kevin Dunn told this to shut you up.
Where did I even leave off?
I have no idea.
Probably something about Shane looking like a moron, or Miz.
Miz looking like a complete idiot, and then the face turn back then versus now is where you were going, and then just dead. And then
I cut off. Right. Okay. As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted. This dude, he's gonna be pre-showed by Mania next year. I guarantee, because of the way they book him.
Yeah.
This dude has been the pinnacle of great promos, and he's even gotten better in ring, like so much better over the years. And this dude should be a world champion now, which I never would have said like 5 years ago. You know,
he should have had the world title as a heel like a year ago.
This dude is so good. He's been working his ass off, and now because of the way you're booking him now, he's gonna be pre-showed by next Mania. I guarantee it's gonna happen.
He'll be
the reason why is because they've booked him like every other generic babyface on the goddamn roster, but making him look like an absolute geek. 5.5, negative 5.5 on this. Fuck.
Yeah, I agree. This might be the worst match like in all I've seen this year. Like it was really bad. Like I can't think of name a worst match.
I wouldn't even say it's bad. I'm rating it 5.5 just because of the fucking stupid tropes.
Yeah.
Oh, because of shit. McMahon's involved. Now the referee is.
Oh yeah.
Make sure he doesn't get fired.
There are so many errors with this match. Let's move on. We're already an hour in, and we're not even halfway through Money in the Bank.
Of course not.
Gosh. All right.
France, you listen, but the show goes extenuatingly longer.
Yeah. All right, then.
Fair enough.
We see like Sami Zayn hung upside down on like a freaking forklift. I don't even know what he was hanging up.
I thought it was Bray Wyatt when that happened. By the way.
Yeah. I'll get into that.
You know why? Here's why. Because anybody that was actually a genius, which Vince isn't, would have done it this way.
Yeah.
Zayn was upside down, right?
Yeah.
What did Bray Wyatt say in the Firefly Funhouse? Let's turn that frown upside down.
Yeah.
Very astute observation. But
can I tell you? But no, of course, I'm fucking wrong. No one expected what would have happened.
Yeah.
which we're going to get to in the end, and I feel like James is going to explode. But guys, we need to get there. Owen, continue.
I'll give you what I had my ideas as actually first.
Okay.
So yeah, Bray Wyatt, because really, like, they don't need to do the vignettes anymore. Like, that's like the gimmick's over now. Don't do the vignettes anymore. He can debut now, guys. Like, come on. Like, there's no where can you go with the vignettes at this point? Nowhere. Like,
Well, we got an idea later, but anyway, continue.
But I had another idea. Now this sounds stupid, but it's better than what they came up with.
Oh.
Sami Zayn didn't really get attacked. He faked his attack just so that way he could have an easy victory to get the Money in the Bank. It fits with his character too because his whole thing's a critics, and he can use this as a character by saying, "I don't care about putting the 5-star matches on. I just care about winning championships and making money." It would fit with his character. But
now, that would have been smart creative booking, but again, Vince is an idiot. All
Now,
right,
James,
let's move on.
Now, James, if you hate that idea, admit it's at least better than what WWE came up with.
No, it's not even. It's 100% better than what WWE did.
Yeah. So if you hate it,
So we got one.
I mean, it still would have been the
5.
same. It still would have been the same probably result where people would have been pissed, but at least it would have been a full-time guy.
yeah.
All right, we got 7 matches, guys.
All right. Noah, want to break down because the cruiserweight match was next. How you Noah? They made the main show.
I'm very happy about that. I take victories where I can. Hashtag 205 Live Matters. It was a nice back and forth bout that focused on mind games and counteraction. And I thought it was very unique going towards Daivari's character with the Mercedes entrance. But unfortunately, this is coming off a really bad match that we just saw that the crowd hated. The crowd turned. The crowd was like, I'm going to take a break. That turned me off. And, of course, you got the casuals that don't even know who these two are. But these two had a great back and forth bout. All right, Daivari hitting his finisher combination of not only the Persian splash, but the hammer lock lariat was a very unique way to show how strong he is as a competitor. But it also showed off how strong Tony Nese is as a champion when it comes to heart. Because all it took was a 450 splash and a running Nese, and Tony Nese won. And again, I'm trying to just get us through the show. I enjoyed the match, though. It allowed them to showcase what they could do. They got the credit into it later on. So good on them. They took the pressure. They took it from the crap that the audience just saw. Nice quick bout with the time they were allotted, since everything at this card was like on fast lane, literally. And I enjoyed the match. It was nothing like a classic Ali versus Cedric Alexander or Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. But for Tony Nese's title defense against this guy, I thought it was okay. 3 1/4 for me.
Yeah, it was fine.
I agree. And it really, it really sucks because they really could have gone out there and really stolen the show, but I just feel like they would really hold back. And this is what happens because what Vince is gonna say? Oh, you see, the crowd didn't react, so we actually put him on the main show. I'm gonna tell you this, Vince. If you keep putting people on the kickoff and you finally put them on the main show, no one's gonna react. How many?
Have them open this show.
Yeah.
Pay-per-views. Monday Night Raw. Fucking have them open the fucking shows.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly,
that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
That's what WCW did.
Yeah. Especially too, considering the fact that this came off a really bad. This was sandwiched in 2 shit matches. So how could anyone have cared? This was just bad card placement where this match was too. But yeah, pretty good match. I liked Tony Nese, and no need. I know you said they're gonna probably stop. There's no need to continue this feud, but Tony, this can be just a nice feather in the cap for Tony Nese in his cruiserweight title defense. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. Ali Daivari too. He's really improved a lot too. He's really coming into his own.
And these are 2 originals of 205 Live, and it's incredible the growth we see from Ari Daivari, just simply being a mouthpiece or a backhand type guy to really a legitimate singles competitor that had a great 2019 so far and still is going. Hence why 205 Live is great, because it doesn't focus on just one person. It focuses on building multiple stars, as Mike Knus will tell you firsthand.
And it's not Ali Daivari looked weak losing. He looked still strong in defeat. That was the only time on the show, well, except the Universal title match, but that was one of the only times on the show where both guys looked strong in even in whether they won or
Yeah,
lost.
and I can see these two going at it again. Daivari be like, "You got lucky, I had you," etc., etc., etc. But I feel like Tony Nese needs a new adversary now for his title. Come the next time, I'm sure they're going to defend the title. Stomping grounds.
Yeah, do not defend this title at Super Showdown because
Oh God, don't.
yeah, if it gets defended, if it gets defended on Super Showdown, 205 Live won't matter until that show's over.
Yeah, no,
I
seriously.
don't want to feel about that. Let's move on to the next match.
Well, James didn't get to talk about.
Oh, sorry, James.
No, you guys said it best. I just want to move on to the next one. So, 205 Live matters, and you know,
What is your star rating?
same as you guys.
Okay, 3.25. All right, then it was Triple H coming to Braun Strowman. Asked if he took out Sami Zayn.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, tells him to leave. I guess he left.
Whatever, man.
Oh, stupid. It was so stupid. It was just.
Let's move on before James rants. Because when James gets boiled, he goes. Moving on.
He's about to get what? He's.
I hate
It's okay, James. Contain yourself. We haven't reached the worst part yet. Owen, next match.
That was frozen.
What? Which one? Which worst part? There's about 50 of them in here.
No, you're frozen on my end, by the way.
I am?
Not anymore.
You're good. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Then we had the Raw Women's title match. Becky Lynch.
Let me start this. So Becky 2 belts. She's out to defend both titles in the same night, proving that she's not taking the easy way out. She's going to show why she deserves to be Becky 2 belts. And I will say this. Lacey Evans, I almost called her Lacey Lane. Wrong Lacey would have been a better opponent. Lacey Evans, she has owned her character. That's her greatest strength. She has owned this sassy character from the accent to the look to the way she portrays herself. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Now, as far as in ring action goes, I don't think her and Becky are that familiar with each other. So this match felt a little bit messy at times. There was even a messy roll-up where it looked like there was a pinfall for like 10 seconds and you think Lacey would have won. The great thing Lacey has in her arsenal is that moonsault. That's really it. But I like how she showed us a little bit of a different dynamic with her arsenal, focusing on submission, working on Becky's arm. In the end, Becky won as expected. This was an average match. It could have been a lot worse based on what we saw previously. So I'm going to give both these women credit because they certainly tried. 3 out of 5.
I'm giving it 2. It was really just filler.
And
this is
middle of the road.
I feel bad for Lacey because she wasn't.
That's why I'm giving her a little more credit. But
yeah, because she wasn't ready to be called up to the main roster, and they forced
absolutely not.
And you can't hate Lacey the person too, because she has a great story. She's got a little kid at home, everything, and she just
fought against depression her whole life. She served our country. I respect her very much.
So this is not Lacey's fault. This isn't Becky's fault at all. Not great first title defense for Becky, by the way. A filler match that means nothing. So
that's the problem, though. There was nothing really behind this.
Yeah.
So nobody believed Lacey could beat Becky. And the fact that they keep trying to sell her women's right as her finisher that could legitimately beat her is hurting her.
Yeah. Also, too,
it wasn't.
This continued the trend of fuck finishes because this was a botch, by the way.
Yes.
Because I believe that like we said, Becky was pinned for a 10 count, and then she got put into this Sambo and then tapped out. So
immediate tap out, I might add.
Yeah. So this was. And they're going to run with the. Let me guess, Noah, too. They ran with this on Raw and SmackDown this week, didn't they? They just said, "Oh, I had you beat for a 10 count."
The last thing I heard about Lacey and Becky, Becky, I'm not done with you. Where you go, I will go.
Yeah.
So it was a botch, but it was still a fuck finish, which means.
And basically, they competed in a tag match. This Monday, it was Nikki Cross and Becky versus.
We know. We don't need to talk about it. We know.
Yeah. Enough said. So as far as this goes, the two aren't done with each other, but I don't think no one cares.
Yeah. All right, James, your thoughts on the Raw Women's title?
It was good. It was all right. I guess
could have been better.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna go straight to the next match, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say everybody's thoughts to make this go by a lot faster.
Then why don't you just say it right now? Because we know what the next
Fuck
match is.
Finish Central. So let me get this straight. We're gonna sell the Becky 2 belt shirt, and then we're gonna have her lose one of the belts.
Yep.
Fuck off.
Also
Fuck
burying
off,
the main.
I say, fuck off.
Also burying the main
You had
event.
the #1 T-shirt sale in the fucking company, and you decide to end it prematurely before it could even pick up steam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck even going over the spots in this match. Fuck going over the psychology. We've seen Charlotte and Becky 100 times. We didn't need to see it again. And if you were going to end it with this fucking finish where Lacey hits the punch and then Charlotte hits the weak-ass looking boot, we definitely damn sure didn't need to see this. This made Becky look like a fucking buffoon. It made everybody involved look stupid. And then what was even worse is that afterwards, Becky assaulted Lacey, knowing Charlotte's behind her, and then you have those two beat them down, and then Bayley comes out with a fucking briefcase and immediately cashes in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, by that point, I just didn't care.
No.
I didn't care. This shouldn't have even happened.
I want to tell you other
If you're
things.
going to have anybody do this, if you're going to have anybody cash in, it should have been Becky should have retained, and then you should have had her lose one of the belts via a cash in, and it shouldn't have been a babyface. Unless your plan was to turn Bayley heel.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for, but I guess not for right now.
Oh, of course.
All right, I'll tell you other things that were bad about this too. It's the final match between Becky and Charlotte Flair, and it doesn't have a stipulation. That's even worse. Like, after all the shit that's happened with them in the feud, it's a fucking regular match, blow-off match, unless they're not done. But, whatever.
And by the way, they only did this. You know why they did this? They wanted to lick Charlotte's ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what it is. They wanted to lick her ass so she could fucking get to the double digits of championship reigns.
Also,
because now she's a 10-time champion, by the way.
They want her to surpass Ric Flair, James.
Yep, that's why.
Yeah.
And instead of doing it naturally, we're gonna do it. We're gonna force her down everybody's throat. You'll wonder why people were sick of her when she inserted herself into the main event, when it should have been Ronda and Becky the whole fucking time.
Well, hopefully we'll get that one day one-on-one. Yeah, the Charlotte versus Becky match, bad. 1.5.
I give it a 1. I'll give it a 1.
I think 1. Also, too, I want to just say this: the main event of WrestleMania, they ruined it. Now they just completely ruined it by having.
This is so dumb. They ruined the main event.
Yeah, they still
they ruined Asuka. They ruined an entire fucking division on SmackDown for this.
Yep.
What was the point?
Also, too.
Suppose that.
Also, too.
Right. And then, you mentioned Bayley. The moment she cashed in, I was happy about that. Kind of wish she turned heel, but we'll see how that plays out. As I saw on SmackDown, teasing. We'll see. Moving on. Next match. Oh crap! What was the next match?
Who cares? How about that? I remember
one good match on this card, James. That wasn't Money in the Bank. Maybe that's this match. I don't remember.
Universal Championship match, I think.
Yes, that was the good one.
No.
Elias versus Reigns.
Elias, I forgot.
Damn it. I thought that was after this.
I got this, boys. Let me just. We had a fuck finish.
I need to refill
we had a fuck finish before the match even fucking started.
Continue. All right.
Yes,
you're right.
God.
He comes up behind Roman and bashes him in the vest with acoustic guitar. And then we find Elias coming out to the ring with an electric guitar. He sings a song, leaves, and as soon as you think we're done here, spear, Superman punch, and Roman wins a super quick match. 1, 2, 3.
Dude, I'm going to say this. They're going to get this guy booed again. They're going to get him booed again.
They already did.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can tell.
James, Owen, it sums up to this. Roman gets booed. Joe gets cheered. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, but this guy
so bad.
How do you
This segment was such a waste of
It
everybody.
wasn't even a match. It was a segment. You're absolutely right.
This was a fucking waste of everybody's fucking time.
Dude, I went into the kitchen and talked with my friends and didn't even watch this. We weren't interested in this. Like we knew where this was
Who
going.
were you even with?
My friend Steve from Plymouth and things like that. So.
All right, next match that actually delivered was really surprising to me. Wow.
Yeah, like what a great match this was. Oh,
this is an amazing match.
They gave it the time.
Yeah.
No screen finish. Nobody interfered. Both men fought everything and brought everything, kicked out each other's finishers, and in the end, we knew the outcome. But I was still pleasantly surprised how we got to it. I enjoyed this match quite a bit. 4 out of 5 for me.
4 out of 5.
I'm giving it 4. I'm giving it 4.5. I really enjoyed it. Like it was awesome.
This is a good match.
But the finish was
the best on the show without question.
This was, match of the night of the whole show. This was only put on to fight against a show we're going to talk about shortly, and you know that. And in the end, we knew who was going to win because we all know the plans coming up for the Universal Championship. But let's move on to our next match, the WWE Championship match, which was not.
Yeah. There's only one thing I want to say about the WWE Universal title, which is good.
What's that?
It was good. This is how bad the show was that I was praying to God we wouldn't get a fuck finish, so it really took me out of the match. All I'm gonna say, because that's how many fuck finishes there were on this show.
Well, at least we finally got one that wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, we forgot to do a star rating for Roman Reigns versus Elias.
No, fuck it. It wasn't a match.
Half out of 5.
Can we just do?
No, I'm not rating in anything. There was no match.
I'll give it.
It wasn't a match. I don't care if the bell rang.
I'll give it both of those.
The bell rang at the start or at the end. This was a no match. No contest.
Sorry, the bell rang. It's a match. It still counts as a match. It's in the record books.
I ain't calling it a match just because they can dump me. I have to.
I'll give it a judge.
It's not a match. I ain't giving it a rating. There's no point.
-3.
Deserves better. That's all I gotta say. I walk with Elias. Elias deserves better.
Yeah, no, he does.
WWE.
What did these guys do?
All right, next match.
WWE title match. Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston.
This is another great match.
Kofi got interviewed, and Xavier Woods said that he would let him go out and defend his title himself to prove that he can do it by himself. I really like this match. The only criticism I have is it should have followed the Universal title match like right afterwards because I thought it kind of overshadowed this match, but it was still.
Yeah, this match was not nearly as good as the Universal title match. I'm sorry.
But it was still. I would still give it 3 3/4.
Yeah, same. And.
Why makes you say that?
Voice is all slurred and she has the hiccups and shit.
Oh, jeez. I don't want to think about that, but that goes with that. Thanks for that news, David. Yeah.
Sorry. We're good.
WWE Championship match. Kofi Kingston, Kevin Owens. These two great in-ring workers. The match was pretty good. You're coming up a 4-star classic. This was more of a 3-star classic because Kofi was no way not going to lose that title.
Yeah. I really like though how they're really getting behind Kofi though as a champion stuff. They're really booking him really strong.
Yeah.
And Kofi won with Trouble in Paradise. You could make the argument, that it makes Kevin Owens look weak, but I really don't think so. I think he still looked very good in this match, so there you go.
Yeah. There was 3 matches.
It was okay, but the thing is, I don't think Kofi's WWE champion. I think New Day's WWE champion. When Kofi changes his personality and stays that aggressive champion, then maybe I'll believe this more, but I feel like this is really just on short time, especially with the fact we got the next of the Big Four coming up, and I think that will be his death note.
I think that was a pun, but I don't think that was.
Anyway, final match.
Nope. Lars Sullivan beats up the Lucha House Party.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Fuck that.
That was a moment. That wasn't even a match.
Who fucking cares? This was stupid.
That's why I was like, moving on. Last match.
All right. Then we had the main event. Look, the main event. The match technically was supposed to have been supposedly really good, but we could talk about all the spots and stuff, but apparently to WWE, none of those spots matter. They mean nothing.
And you want to know what else?
The men's money bank is dead. Simple as that. But James,
let me, because this is the moment y'all been waiting for.
Oh shit! Go for
it. If I had glasses, I'd be taking them off like you do, Noah. Dude, at the very end of everything, even the good stuff on the show no longer matters. None of it matters. You know why? This match doesn't matter. The other matches don't matter because at the very end of the fucking night, Brock Lesnar
Dun, dun, dun.
comes and is revealed as Sami Zayn's attacker. Injures 2 cameramen. Because, of course, because he knows he can get away with anything and Vince will lick his ass. Almost injures Ali again. Climbs up the ladder. And wins the Money in the Bank. If you thought I was done with WWE before entirely, this was the icing on the fucking cake. I'm done. I'm so done with this company. This company. I'm doing a thing. Sorry. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. This was probably the worst part of the entire night. Although that's not saying much because there was a lot of crap on this night.
Yeah.
I really did not enjoy this. I didn't enjoy I loved the match and I thought it was really doing well, and then they had to fuck the finish up by having Lesnar come up and take the goddamn briefcase. And all you're doing is devaluing your entire roster at that point. Yeah. Nobody matters on this roster. Yeah. That's clear after this. Yeah. Not even Lesnar. And by the way, look, at the end of the day, people want to tell me, well, Lesnar's a draw and nobody else is. And John Tutty said this. Love you, John, but you're just Ron, dude. I'm sorry. You're fucking Ron. This dude is not a draw. If he were really a draw anymore, this dude would be moving the needle on Monday nights. He's not. He maybe moved the needle up like maybe 100,000 viewers. That's not enough right now. They're in TNA territory when it comes to ratings. They're getting to the point right now, and Lesnar has not moved the needle that much. He has not been a significant factor at all. You could look at the Nielsen ratings. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Nope. They have ruined their own full-timers. Now they're part-timers, and it's gotten to the point where literally nothing matters anymore. Nothing matters about this company. Not one thing. And that's why it's so hard for me to watch and stomach any WWE product, because I know nothing matters. I know the minute any NXT or 205 call-up gets called up to the main roster, they're going to be screwed over. Why would I invest my time? You clearly showed me by the end of tonight on this show, don't invest.
Yeah.
Why bother investing? Oh, you like this guy? You like Mustafa Ali? You like Drew McIntyre? You like Ricochet? Ali. Hell, everybody busted their ass in this match. What? I'm doing a show. Everybody busted their ass in this match. Everybody. Even Corbin.
Yeah.
Corbin actually did a hell of a job in this match. I loved what Corbin did. For the little time he was in, I actually was enjoying something Baron Corbin did.
That says a lot.
And they just ruined the match with this finish. And after all the fuck finishes on the show, you end it with the one that matters, and it also ends in a fuck finish.
Yep.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I have no reason to watch this company anymore. None whatsoever.
I'll just say this.
This would have been a 5-star because of that finish. I'm giving it a 3, and that's being generous.
Yeah. I'll just say this.
Wow.
Yeah, he went off. I'll just say this. Now, I'm just going to say, regardless of this show could have been the best show ever, but I wasn't watching because of Super Showdown. And the WWE could have shown me, hey, you're going to be missing stuff for the next 3 weeks. But now, I don't feel like I'm going to miss anything. I don't feel like I'm going to miss one thing about the main roster for the next 3 weeks. and it's at the point now where the boycott's gonna it's probably going longer than Super Showdown. I'm probably not fucking watching until like SummerSlam, not anything main roster. Like
they've given us no reason to.
Yeah, they want to know why.
For that logic, and just to go with your point, James, my friend Paul, he canceled his W Network subscription.
Yeah,
as he should.
I mean, I
know other people won't, but I 100% stand with him on that.
Yeah.
Take the money out of their pocket.
If it wasn't for one thing that I know I cannot watch anywhere else, NXT TakeOver, I would cancel too.
Cheers.
Well, 205. Yeah, if it wasn't for 205 Live NXT,
you can watch that on Hulu.
You can?
Seriously, you can.
Yep.
You're not, and that's not giving WWE money. Seriously, Owen, I would invest in a Hulu subscription, dude. Serious.
Anyway, yeah.
And then you want to know the funniest thing is you can still WWE really hindered themselves. You could probably cancel your network and still watch NXT TakeOver for free. Because they just want the monthly crap every time where they do.
I'm just not that type of person. But anyway, this match was incredible on all fronts before the moment. You're absolutely right. Those ladder spots were fucking sick. And Andrade and Finn Balor, I thought were about to kill each other. Baron Corbin, who I can't stand based on his current look, he looked even incredible in this match. Everybody delivered on all fronts. I thought Ricochet was broken in half freaking finally because the man seems like he's made out of rubber. Everybody delivered, and then everybody got fucked. But
and there's one other problem I have with this too.
What?
What spot did Ricochet have other than going through a ladder? Really, I want to know. Because this is a far cry how they're booking this guy compared to how he was booked in the NXT North American title ladder match.
Thank God
his debut match. It is a far cry. That's another reason why this is 3 stars for me.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Let's do the letter grades. We'll start with Noah since just to see what he grades the show.
Oh, great for the show?
Yeah, letter grade.
Okay, let me think about this. That ending, the steel cage match, the poor ref calls, the Hollywood Blondes attack, Cruiserweight title on the main show, Seth AJ delivered, Kofi KO, predictable, but okay. Looking at everything, divide by crap, slightly above average, I guess. C+.
Whoa. So I think I was more
generous.
Now, I just want to make sure, by the way, what tomorrow's Double or Nothing. WWE needed to hit a home run on this show. I was also
high expectations for this show.
Yeah.
I hope they deliver. I really, really do.
So I'm giving this show D-.
Ouch to Seth and AJ, Kofi, and KO, and the 7 men that participated in the ladder match in Bailey.
Well, the Seth and AJ, Kofi, and KO match brings it up to the D-. So.
Oh, you were literally going to give it an F.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, harsh. But I understand your point.
Plus, too, I wanted something to say WWE. To say to me, you're missing a lot. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. So I looked at it. I think I looked at it differently than probably you did, Noah. So D-.
You probably did, because again, I try and look for the best.
Yeah.
Of everything.
Well, I completely get it, man. I was doing the same thing you were doing. I tried to look at the best. I always tried to look at the best for the longest time, and you can't give excuses anymore. Especially if
I'm not giving excuses, but you also got to consider they don't have a choice and they deserve better. So really, my grade goes out to the people that did deliver, and I'm sad that they suffered.
Yeah. So let's see what James's grade is.
Dude, I was gonna give it an F, and I'm probably sticking with the D- like you are. I give it the D-.
Okay.
This was a show I couldn't get into. I couldn't enjoy. I just couldn't. I really couldn't. Other than the 2 championship matches and the cruiserweight title match, everything else was just to just not cool. I didn't enjoy it.
Like even the Daniel Bryan match, it sucked because Daniel Bryan deserved so much better than that. Like,
absolutely, he went from WWE champion to SmackDown Tag Team Champion, main card to kickoff. That's one guy that should never, ever be on a kickoff.
And that's when the show.
But that just goes to show you how Vince thinks about his main roster.
Yeah.
Seriously, it doesn't matter who's the champion. It doesn't matter who has the belts. All that matters at the end of the day is the brand. The brand is the star, and no one else is the star. And how well is that working out for you now, you moron? Ratings are tanking and taking and tanking and taking and taking. Dude, it says a lot when the last year's WrestleMania viewership was down 35% of last year.
And I just want to point this out.
That's not a small margin.
I just want to point this out to people, to everyone that watches Game of Thrones that says that that episode was, go watch this show and fucking tell me Game of Thrones sucks. Like go watch.
Jeez, dude, damn.
Like everyone hated the season finale of Game of Thrones. I didn't watch it, but I'm just gonna tell you, go watch this show and tell me otherwise. Because this show was trash. This show probably was worse than that show.
Way worse.
Yeah. All right. Anyhow, let's talk. Let's be happy because we're on the thing we wanted to get.
We have to talk about one more sad thing. I don't even know if it's really sad. Kind of like Just when you think everything was going to be bad, Mick Foley unveils a 24/7 title.
Oh God, here we go.
Now here's the deal. The concept is great. Is it going to do anything for the ratings? Absolutely fucking not. But at least it gets everybody on the show. That's the one good thing I can say about it. So in that regard, cool. But my emphasis again, when all else fails, resort to comedy. That's what it comes down to. They have screwed up so bad that they can't even take themselves seriously anymore, and they have to go to comedy.
Yeah. To be fair, it was not Vince alone that made this happen. USA said something needed to change, and this was one of their proposals too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe they said bring back the hardcore title, which sponsors were like, that's not PG, so they brought back they brought in this championship or whatever. It's basically the hardcore title without the name.
Pretty much.
I'll say something too. I didn't see it, so I guess I can't comment on it. But I heard how the first champion was crowned. That they did like a race and title, so got there first and got the title. That's not how you crown your first champion. I don't care. I know
it was a reverse battle royale.
Yeah. So
let me continue your conversation. I'm gonna. My brother wants to speak. What's up, man?
I got you. Hold on, let me mute you. Never mind. All right, continue.
So we'll have to just keep talking about this for a while because I obviously I want no one to be here when we start the AEW talk. But
yeah,
yeah, like you don't crown your first. I know it's supposed to be a comedy title, but you don't crown your first champion by a race. You freaking do a ladder match or a tournament. Like that's not how you crown your first champion. Now it could be one of those things. Maybe it sounds bad on paper, but played better in execution. But yeah, that's not how you crown your first champion. Like
it was. I'm sorry, I didn't even see it. I heard about it, and I just.
Yeah. Like.
I'm sorry. I'm sick of the comedy.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the comedy.
Oh, this is gonna ruin too because it's exclusive to all brands. This is gonna ruin 205, NXT UK, and NXT because they have to bring this shit to their brands now. You know the funny.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, no.
They say I don't see it happening because Triple H has way more leniency on his own brand than that.
Yeah. Well, they say no because they said it's exclusive to all brands.
Yeah, except they're not gonna be defended on all brands.
I mean, I think it's kind of cool, I guess, in that sense, because you never know if the champion's gonna tune up. But like, I can even say like, there's no chance they can go to UK because like UK's gonna be difficult because like it's
The
over.
time difference.
Yeah, and
And NXT's taped and 205 Live, like why?
yeah, like
What's the point?
so it's not.
They need cruiserweight tag titles more than the main roster needs a 24/7 title.
Yeah,
You know. And hey, you know what? If Raw actually took the cruiserweight seriously, maybe they can be on Raw.
By the
Maybe
way,
something to sink their teeth into.
I just want to say too, you know who was on that segment from White Hood? Cedric Alexander. That just shows you where he's gonna go on the why was he moved off to 05?
Yeah,
like I know I said
Buddy Murphy was in the second segment too in the second race on SmackDown.
I know they did everything.
And by the way, this further exemplifies that the main roster, the brand split's dead.
Yeah,
and I mean it's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't even know, man. Like, what else is there to talk about?
We'll start the AEW talk, and when Noah can come back on, we won't predict the matches yet. Let's because I want to kind of talk about AEW for a bit because I haven't really been able to talk about it much because
go for it.
I'm fucking stoked for this company. Like, I really hope this company can be legitimate competition to WWE and just can be the second alternative. And I know a lot of people will crap on me because I'm judging the company like before they've even done a show, but I don't know. Like, I watched the rallies, I watched the matches and stuff.
They already care about their fans more than certain companies do, and that's what I appreciate.
I don't know, with just the minds of like Cody, the Young Bucks,
Tony Khan,
Brandy Rhodes, and it just seems like they have something here. Like, I just can't. It's like your you guys have something. Like, they have something here. I think they could have something special. They're partnering up too with other companies like OWE and
like they're doing what Vince refuses to do, which is work with other indie companies.
Yeah, so
I really enjoy. Instead of like they're not even putting them out of business, they're partnering up with them.
Yeah, and I even like too, like it seems like too, like they're gonna like you don't even have to have like ever watched like any indie show ever, and they're fucking making sure you know everything. Like they're cluing you in. Like, I'm stoked. Like, I'm gonna go. I'll go through the roster right now and tell you who I'm stoked to see. So let's go through the roster because we haven't really done that much on this show. We have Adam Page.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's. I honestly could see him being the first champion with the way he was talking on the rally. Like, this dude, like this guy. I saw his match obviously with Kazarian at ROH Best.
And Pac was awesome too.
Yeah, like this dude. If he's at least gonna be like in the foot. Like, he'll be like one of the first three like champions. Like, this dude, I think the sky's the limit for him. And Helico, obviously.
Yeah, a really great talent. I'm stoked they got him.
Yeah. I mean, I've only seen his Lucha Underground work in season 1, but still, he's awesome. Like,
the AAA stuff is incredible.
Yeah.
As well.
And then executive producer Brandon Cutler. You know anything about Brandon Cutler by chance or no?
I know that he was he was responsible for a couple storylines of Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
But either way, like, I'm sure he'll do just fine.
Chris Jericho, I mean, obviously, like, I like the
biggest stars they could have ever gotten.
Yeah, like he's the one that's like, I really even like too how they're going with the gimmick, like he's the one that actually got this company exposure. Like, I love his gimmick that he's doing right now, where he's taking all the credit for the success of AEW. Because if you think about it, he's the big reason why it's getting like this much exposure right now. It's because of him.
He's even on a promotional poster on TNT.
Yeah, I even love too that they're running with that too. Like, have you seen that video that he made where he said like, "You're welcome for selling out." Like, I'm stoked. Christopher Daniels. He's also head of talent relations, but I'm actually stoked for Christopher Daniels being a part of this. And obviously too, he was great in Impact. He was great in ROH, and I think this is just, because I don't think he was ever going to WWE, because of
Thank God he didn't, to be honest.
yeah, like I think
and you know what, he knew his worth.
Yeah.
He knew his worth. He knew he was one of the best, and eventually he got a world title. So,
yeah.
And now he's in AEW as head of talent relations because he knows talent, man. He
And
knows talent.
I'll say too, yeah, and he's like wrestled the best talent too, if you think about it.
Oh
too.
yeah.
All over the world.
Yep.
So he knows exactly where to look for the talent.
Because he's fought him before.
So the entire faction of SoCal Uncensored's in the group, Frankie Kazarian as well, and Scorpio Sky.
Which are both unbelievable talents, man.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I just watched the match they had on the YouTube channel with them versus the OWE. What's his name? They didn't say the names, but it's like 3 talents from the OWE company. And one move I love that they do is it's not really, it's the addictions, like moonsault into a tombstone power driver. That was just awesome right there. Like, yeah, I can't wait for that. And yeah, I'm really excited. Like, it's kind of weird too. Like, I don't know if the faces are heels because one of the catchphrases is "This is the worst city ever," and that's typically like a heel thing to say, and everyone loves it too. It's just so weird. Like, but it's awesome at the same time. So
yeah, I love it. Continue.
But definitely, if you haven't watched though that OWE versus SoCal Uncensored,
I have to see it. I didn't know.
It was awesome. Like, it's like the first like match like AEW. Like, it's not produced by AEW, but like it's like AEW.
The one they first published.
Yeah. And then you have the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. I think that was a great get by them. I liked the tag team. I thought they were awesome in that triple threat match with War Machine and the Young Bucks. And obviously it makes sense because who were they signed by? The Young Bucks. So,
True.
Noah back?
And that's just some of the talent, by the way. We got a lot more that we're going to be going over. And I think we're going to be going over them in this very card. They're all on the card, I think.
Yeah. No, we're just going over the lost. Right. We're just going over the roster of AEW real quick because I haven't really talked about it much. So,
pretty darn big roster. So, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Well, we were trying at least until you got back on.
Then we have the president of OWE, Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, SEMA.
Right.
I don't know anything. Noah, you know anything about him?
I know that he basically hosts a team called the Strong Hearts in AEW and has previous and OWE and has previous history with Kenny Omega. Big wrestling influence. And he'll be facing Kenny Omega one-on-one at Fighter Fest, I believe, or Fight for the Fall, one of the two.
That's going to be an interesting. That whole group that they partnered up with is going to be a very interesting division. And
absolutely.
Have anybody seen the OWE title? That thing looks amazing.
I don't think I have yet.
Dude, look it up right now. It's so awesome looking. It's like one of the best world title designs I've ever seen in any wrestling company.
Even yours?
Yeah, no, even mine. Well, I mean, we're limited to what we can do because it's a video game. But like, look at that design and tell me that doesn't look banger, dude.
Oh wow!
I can't find it.
Look up OWE heavyweight title.
Okay.
In fact, I'll look it up so that way we know what we're looking up.
I see it. Got the OWE champion logo in the dead middle, and very interesting design. Chain belt, kind of. Huh.
I think I found.
Unique take on a belt.
Did I find it?
Let me see.
I don't want to share my screen.
Here it is. I found it.
Very cool.
Yeah, here. You know what? I'll send it in the group chat.
Yeah.
Copy image.
That way they know what it looks like.
Yeah, that way we can all see.
Because I don't want to. I don't want to do. I'm worried about copyright. You never know.
There you go. Here it is. OWE coming up, and now it's loading.
That's sensitive and all that.
We're not. Oh, okay. Here it is. Because we're not talking about anything else until we see this title.
Dude, look at that.
Oh my gosh, that looks awesome.
Oh, dude, I love that title.
Yeah.
I hope they actually defend that on some AEW shows. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we already got the AAA titles, so it wouldn't surprise me with the fact how open they are to wrestling that they do bring out our titles to defend on these special shows. But only time will tell.
All right, then who else is on this roster? Cody, obviously, because he's executive vice president. So.
I mean, we don't have to go over the roster. We might as well just go over the card. Everybody on the on the roster is going to be on the card.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, most people that's on the roster right now are going to be on the Double or Nothing card. Keyword most, but let's get into this, guys.
All right, so before that, let's excitement level. We'll start with Noah. What's your excitement level going into the show?
Oh, freaking 11, dude. This is going to incorporate so much incredible talent that I don't know and I'm ready to learn about, and other talent that I do know. It's going to be something different, so unique. It's going to inspire competition, I feel, and it's going to really bring me back to a love and passion of mainstream wrestling, because WWE has really killed that. Again, if it wasn't for NXT, I probably wouldn't be watching WWE at all.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, for the record, I do want to say everybody was hoping for competition to help another thing. Everyone's like, well, if AEW is going to succeed, then maybe it will light a fire under Vince's ass. No, don't even hope for that. The only thing you should be hoping for is that this show is better. Period.
What?
You know,
you guys start going over predictions. I got.
What's up?
You gotta do something. Turn your camera on though, James.
I have my camera on.
No, it's off on my end.
What the freak? I'm on. I swear I'm on. I'm on? Am I on?
Nope.
That's weird. Alright, Noah had to go somewhere. What the fuck? Am I on now?
I saw you.
I fucking hate this.
Oh, now I see you. Yeah, I see you now.
Okay, hi.
All right, let's go over this card. So, we're gonna start with the pre-show matches. I actually think AEW's pre-show is gonna matter.
Yeah, exactly. It does. They already the winner of this Casino Battle Royal is gonna be in the main event.
Well, first,
of the next show,
yeah.
And it's gonna crown the first ever AEW champion. So it's the two matches that are gonna determine who will fight for the title. Are whoever wins Jericho versus Omega, and then whoever wins this Casino Battle Royal.
Yep. And dude, I can't wait to see what the title looks like. I really like how they tease that on the YouTube channel. But first, we're going to talk about the match that's going to be the other match that's on the pre-show. Sammy Guevara versus Kip Sabian. Yes. Now, obviously... And do you know anything about these guys? Because I don't.
No idea, but I'm just looking for a good match, so I don't care.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara.
I guarantee you, if I don't know who they are now, they'll probably get me to care about them by the end. So
yeah, Sammy Guevara I did see on the Double or Nothing rally. He was like the cruiserweight champion of AAA at the time, so I don't know if he still is, but
how he lost it.
Who?
He lost it.
Oh, he lost it.
Okay. Well, what do you know about these guys, Noah? Guevara and Sabin.
I just know that they wrestled a little bit in AAA, and his opponent, Kip Sabian, has more wrestling experience overall.
Yeah,
fair enough. I'm still looking forward to this because I guarantee this is still going to be a great match.
Yeah,
if I don't know who they are, they'll definitely burn them into my mind.
Yeah,
and my pick
they're definitely going to brand themselves.
Yeah. And my pick to win this match is Sammy Guevara. Because he's been making the most waves on AEW for the AEW being
rally,
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I feel like he's going to have a nice opener to his career in AEW. Sammy's my pick to win.
Yeah, I agree with. Yeah, because I forgot Noah's got to go first because it's the predictions. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
All right, then so we're all the same there. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Then we have the
Casino Battle Royale.
I would say the participants. So we have the confirmed entrants.
17 of 21 so far.
At least as of this recording. It's Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Glacier, Brian Pillman Jr., Sunny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nagasawa, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. And then we have the private party. Is that a group or is that,
That's a tag team.
Yeah. Which consists of Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Queen, and then oh no, that's the whole tag team because Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Queen, and then the last participant, Sean Spears. And there's, like I said, there's only 17 participants confirmed, but we need 4 more people. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna pick a primary and a secondary pick. Primary is 2 points, secondary is 1 point, and we're also gonna pick who we think the last 4 people will be in. So we're gonna start with Noah. Who's your primary and your secondary, and who do you think will be the 4 surprise entrants?
Well, first off, this Casino Barrel, it's extremely interesting thanks to what I've seen from the Road to Double or Nothing. It's basically going to be 5 men coming in at a time based on a select deck of cards they pick, because each man's going to pick a random card from a standard deck of cards. Hearts, diamonds, spades, or clubs. That group, they go in at random intervals between 3 minutes between each group. And then one person's going to get a joker. That's lucky 21. He'll enter last. Now, the thing is, the winner of this is going to be involved in the inaugural match for the AEW Championship, which almost got unveiled, but the guy can get out of the bag. So we're still got to wait on that at a later date. And he's going to face either Kenny Omega or Chris Jericho. So thinking about that, my winning hand, let's see. Shit. I don't want to go with this guy, but he's made the most waves. He's the salt of the earth, and he could definitely be a key candidate, especially if a face Kenny Omega wins. I'm not saying that in the main event, just saying my primary is MJF. And as far as secondary, because I know he is big on the indie scene, he's also had some heat and a little bit of feud with MJF. My secondary is Joey Janela. Now, as far as my surprise entrant, that's weird because that could be anyone or anything. And it might be somebody that we have never even heard of or seen yet even on Double or Nothing or being the Elite. I was thinking maybe Eli Drake. People are talking about CM Punk. Oh, maybe it could be Colt Cabana again. And we already got Sean Spears confirmed, so he can't be a surprise. So, as far as surprises go, because I know there's disagreements right now with him in Impact Wrestling, and it would be interesting to see him try something like this, because I can see Impact and AEW forming a relationship later. I'm going to go with Killer Cross.
Okay. Oh, so it's just one person we pick, right?
That's correct. One person we think that'll be one of the remaining 4.
All right.
So we have 3 picks that we have to make then.
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we just pick a primary and a secondary. A primary and secondary who wins.
And then your wild card, literally.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, I'll go next.
Oh, I got my 3 then.
Then James, why don't you go next?
Yeah, you'll go next.
Okay. So, this is what I think is going to happen. There's going to be 3 different possibilities. I think it's either going to be Jungle Boy, due to the fact he's been heavily featured on the rallies, and also just in general, he's been on Being the Elite. He's been in, the Nightmare Family YouTube channels. He's been built up for quite a while. And I feel like they're going to try to push a lot into him. And he's actually really talented as a worker and as a mic talker. So they might want to make him take on Kenny Omega and see how that works. Try something different for the AEW title picture. The other person I'm thinking of is Sean Spears. I think Sean, they wouldn't be putting him in this match because honestly, out of all the people in this match, he's the biggest star in there.
Yeah. The
biggest star that out of the people that have been announced. That's who I will think will win. Now, I don't think either one of those 2 are going to happen. I think my wild card might be the one who comes away with this, and here's why. I think Pac is going to be a surprise entrant and take this whole thing. That's I guarantee you that's why they did this. And it's genius, by the way. It's a fucking genius move because it makes Pac look like a bastard. That's his whole gimmick, right? So what better way to do that than to Pillmanize, Adam Page's ankle and weaken him in his match for whoever he faces, which that is probably going to go to Moxley, let's be honest. And then you have, Pac win the Casino Battle Royal and go on to fight Kenny Omega, which would be a dream match and a half.
Yeah.
So let me just get this
That
straight.
is why I think they did what they did.
So your primary and wild card is Pac, and your secondary is Sean Spears?
No.
No, my primary is still Jungle Boy.
Okay.
But my surprise, I really do think could win.
Okay, so you're just going with that. So Jungle Boy, Sean Spears, and Pac in that order.
Yep.
If Pac literally pulls off that would be genius.
It would be, dude, I'm telling you, it looks like that's what they're building towards. And you got to understand, too, no one else would have thought that, but I have. And I'm not saying, even if they don't do it, it's whatever. I'm not, going to be disappointed. But
right.
This is coming from a guy who's literally booked a wrestling show and done, a surprise finish.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, I'm... that's why I think they're going to do that. They're going to pull the wool over everybody's eyes, and everybody thinks it's going to be Sean or somebody else, right? It's not. It's going to be, I guarantee you, Pac could come in here and win.
All right, so as for my picks, my primary pick, just because they've really been showcasing this guy in the rallies and they've done YouTube clips of him. My primary is going to be my primary is going to be Sonny Kiss.
True.
And I think they could go a long way. And then my secondary will be I'll go Jungle Boy because it seems like I always hear a lot about him, so I'll go Jungle Boy. And then my wild card, I like James's idea, so I'll go with that. I'll go with Pac. I was gonna go John Moxley, but I don't think they're gonna debut. They're not gonna debut John Moxley on a pre-show. I don't.
Yeah,
think.
no, John Moxley. I think John Moxley is gonna be a surprise replacement for Adam Page.
Yeah.
And honestly, it would make sense, especially if they turn it into a no DQ match and the two have a barn burner hardcore match to open up.
Did James freeze again? Oh, no, we good.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, he's good.
So Owen, say him again for me.
Mine.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's doing the card. His primary was Sonny Kiss.
I know it's primary is Sonny Kiss, secondary is Jungle Boy, and wild card is Pac.
Okay. Sonny Kiss, Jungle Boy, and Pac. Now that would be interesting if Pac, for example, comes in this at 21, wins it, and then you're right. Later on, he does go into another match after maybe throwing a promo, and it is John Moxley, the ultimate curveball in the wrestling industry. Brilliant, guys, brilliant.
Now we got to the main code. First match, at least that's listed here, is Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans. I should say, too, one thing I like about this code is I thought I would have known anybody in this match, but I actually know quite a bit of people in this match, mainly because I watch, I spent the whole day watching AEW, so that might be one reason. But, let's start with Noah. Who you picking for this match?
So you got the Best Friends. You got Chucky and Trent Beretta, who, as far as New Japan Pro Wrestling goes, it seems like they're one match away from imploding. That team is really unstable. And then you got the newest signings, Angelico and Jack Evans, who I'm unfamiliar in tag team action, but I know both from Lucha Underground. Now, this match could go either way. This is going to be a feeling out basically to what AEW tag team wrestling can bring you. So my pick is going to be what I like to call for now, Team LU, Angelico and Jack Evans.
Okay. I'll go next. I'm actually going to say Best Friends because they brought him in in a huge impact at the rally. And I actually think they're more of a legitimate tag team than them. So I'm going to pick Best Friends to get the win.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with that pick as well. I'm going with Best Friends just because of the legitimacy of the tag team.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been seeing these two tag team for a long time, man.
All right. My mom's calling me, guys. So just talk for a moment. I'll be back.
Okay. I want to say this.
Yeah, let's because
I gotta tell you, I feel like Jack Evans is gonna pull off an insane stunt in this match.
Oh yeah, I know he and then Angelico too because I know he does because I've seen him do some.
I'm expecting this to be a barn burner out the gate.
Even Beretta did some crazy, has done some crazy stuff himself.
Yeah, Beretta, like all these guys are gonna do some crazy. Even Chucky T. Like I just expect this to be a barn burner.
See, this is the thing about AEW. I actually believe when they say they're gonna have a tag team like Revolution, because a lot of these matches are tag team matches and stuff. It's like awesome.
Oh yeah, true.
And you know, I like this stuff. I guess we can predict because Noah's technically not here, so let's just make sure he's not pulling any shenanigans and listening in as we do our picks, because then he'll just pick the same picks as us. I don't see him, so we're gonna take a risk here. So we have the next match, which is a 6-woman tag team match. Aja Khan, Yuka Sakazuki, I don't know how to say that. Emi Sakura versus Hakua Shida, Wio, and Wio Mizunami. Yeah, those are like impossible names to say. I don't know any other woman in this match.
I'm just expecting something different.
Yeah.
The heels and who are the faces, as far as you can tell.
I have no idea. So
I feel like Asian Kong has the heel team.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with the heel team.
I don't know
because I feel like AEW is gonna try to be different.
Okay. I'll go. Just to be different from you, I'll go. What do you think the heel team is?
The one that has Aja Khan. You don't remember Aja Khan, the really big Asian chick?
Oh yeah, she was in. She was featured like in the rally, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
But she wasn't there though.
But she, like you can tell by her build, she's definitely a heel. So I'm gonna go with her team to win.
I'll be different from you though, and go with Hakura Shida's team to win.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
And then obviously we know Adam.
Noah, man. Oh Noah.
Well, we'll have to wait. Yeah, this video is very chaotic, getting interrupted all over the place.
Yeah, right.
You
want to talk about like other stuff while we're waiting?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I'm excited for AEW. I really enjoyed the 2 rallies I watched. I enjoyed the.
I have not seen the rallies yet. I have to actually watch.
Yeah, I'll just kind of talk about them real quick. I really enjoy, Chris Jericho's debut was awesome. Definitely a nice surprise. No one really expected like Chris Jericho to join AEW. And people can say all they want, like how he betrayed Vince McMahon, and because he said like he would never compete in a company outside the U.S. I don't think Jericho even meant that. I think he just said that to troll everybody. Honestly, I just think he just likes to work people. Like,
yep, I agree.
And two, WWE had a chance to sign Jericho back, but they kind of blew it. So,
exactly. They did not give him more money. So
yeah,
Jericho went.
I bet WWE is regretting letting Jericho work those New Japan shows now. Like,
oh yeah. And you want to know the best part too? Holy crap! It looks like too that New Japan also might be working with the AEW too, because guess where he's going right after this show?
New Japan. Well, I hear though that's like
going to the New Japan to fight for the IWGP title against Okada.
Well, I hear though, like I read online recently though that like it's not like New Japan working with AEW. It's like Jericho's contract allows him to do other shows, like probably not WWE, but he could still work like New Japan shows and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
So that I think it's more, but that'd be cool though. Like if I think if Jericho wins the title, then there's definitely some type of deal going on though. Like
yeah, true.
All right, but but what else was on the rally that I really liked? I really liked Heyman Page showing up and Pac's like little confrontation that they had. And I really like too how like they have like broadcasters like Conrad Thompson involved, like who's like legitimately like a wrestling fan. Like the excitement level that he had, you actually believe he's legitimately like excited for this show. Like, when Brandy Rhodes came out. I really like how they call her the executive Brandy now of not WIW, sorry, AEW.
I would love it if she was in WIW. Her and Cody. Let's go.
Yeah. Can you imagine W and AEW partners up?
That would be great. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Hey, Cody, if you're watching this.
How could he get those? There'd be no way he could get your roster though, like on the show though, like.
Yeah, true.
And
I mean, we could, but I mean, if we spent the time, but they couldn't.
Yeah, I know. So it's like, I mean, they could, but like they wouldn't. Look like if you tried to get in the ring and wrestle, you wouldn't be putting on James Archangel quality type of matches. So.
Apparently, Cody Rhodes took shots at Bayley. By the way, no idea why.
Did you hear too? They took shots at the 24/7 title too.
Yeah, they've been taking shots at WWE all over the place.
Yeah.
They're. I think it's because Vince is so worried about them.
Yeah.
And so they're just fucking with them at this point, which honestly can't really blame them. Yeah, that's funny though. I saw that. Hey, is that Noah?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back.
Hi, Noah.
It's okay. All right, so we got to give up. We just kind of bullshitted for a bit. We got to give our prediction now for the
This is gonna be the longest tag rundown on record, but you know what? I'm okay.
Yeah,
so
this is fun.
Is the 3-on-3? I like to call it Japanese Showcase, the women's tag. So let me see if I can enlighten you all a little bit about these.
Yeah, please, because we didn't know any of these women.
Okay, understandable. So first off, these women, they are not strangers to each other at all. But let me tell you a little bit about each one. First off, Aja Khan, she is truly the veteran list, wrestled the most. The first time I viewed her was Pro Wrestling Eve. She offers a nice normalized suplex and a vicious brain buster. And apparently she was involved in a Survivor Series-based type match under Wrestle Queendom, and she dominated. Yuka Sakasawi, she is known as the Magical Girl. She is 5 years in the game, and her moves include a splash, a kick, and something called a Yuka drill. All these women, by the way, they have wrestling promotions included, but not limited to Gato Move Pro Wrestling, Singapore Pro Wrestling, Joshi Pro Wrestling, and others. Let's see here. Emi Sakura, and apologies if I butcher anyone's name. She is actually trained some of these women. She's 42 years old, 23 years in the game, and she actually works as a trainer in Gato Move Pro Wrestling. Now, the other team, Ryo Mizunami. She has wrestled Kana before. She's wrestled Asuka. She has a very deep arsenal, including a beautiful dragon suplex, guillotine leg drop, and a tombstone pile driver. And Riho, she is the youngest actually in this. She is 21 years old, but she's been 12 years in the game of wrestling. And she has even faced the likes of Emi Sakura, who trained her. Her moveset ranges all the way through those like Rey Mysterio and Andrade Cien Almas. And I recently saw her wrestle a match against Makoto in Singapore Pro Wrestling for a title. And she won. And Ryo Mizunami, I never said that. Last but not least, the one that we probably should be familiar with the most, or are going to be, Hiro Kushida. She is 30 years old and has wrestled for 10 years, and she has both singles and tag action, as most of these women do. Her moves include the Shida XA, Shida XQ, a jumping knee attack, STO, and a Canadian backbreaker. And she has wrestled a number of these women in one-on-one encounters and won, including Aja Kong. So there's your little enlightenment about these women. Just go look up some great YouTube channels, Wrestling Pro HD, I believe, and Joshi Pro Wrestling. It'll show you everything you need about these women.
Now who's the heels and who are the faces?
The business, and also Hiro Kushida, she has had, I guess you could say, contact with Kenny Omega. Oh. So based on the fact that she is a known signee, she seems to bring the most to her team, and I can see her going after Aja Kong for the win. I am going with, and I'm just going off one name, Team Hiro Kushida.
So who's the faces though and the heels in this match? Are they just having a match?
Really, the thing about this promotion, guys, you need to figure about this. Not every match is defined by heels and faces. I think really right here, this is just a showcase of what sort of wrestling you can expect from AEW. But if you're going to pick a heel versus face team, I think Hiro Kushida is more the face and Aja Kong is more the heel. At least that's how it was in their one-on-one encounter.
Yeah, okay. So I'm
going to go with that.
with the heel. I'm going with heel team.
You
I'm
go
going with her.
Long then.
I'm gonna go with Haku Shida because it seems like that they have like a lot of interest in that tag team and stuff, and just based off what you told me, Noah, it seems like Emma Sakara would want to put that team over since she's like trained most of the people on that team.
All right then. So James, you are the odd man out, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. I don't know much. By the way, before we continue, apparently actor and comedian Jack Whitehall teased the new AEW World Title.
That's what I was
Yeah, I
telling
saw.
you. Yes.
Yeah, we
He
saw
couldn't get
that.
out of the bag. He's also
I'm
had
so
exclusive
glad they got
interviews.
Jack Whitehall involved. See, that's a cool
That's
celebrity.
impressive.
That's a good celebrity.
Yeah.
And he's actually like a legitimate wrestling fan too. Like,
Yes, and he's had one-on-one interviews with Cody Rhodes
Wait,
and Tony Khan.
shit! Yeah, I'm just seeing that. Oh man, they're gonna make him like an interview guy.
yeah, it looks
Pretty
like it.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That's actually genius because Jack
the fact that
Whitehall
this
is a
company
really
is
good
gonna be
personality to
mainstream.
have.
It's going to be mainstream in the U.S. and the United Kingdom right now on a bigger platform than WWE is on normal basis is truly incredible.
Which is kind of screw up NXT UK if you know.
Not that much.
Well, not that much, but still, you get
It's like
the
night
idea.
and day, really.
Yeah.
But continue.
Next is
You guys. I basically told her how it is. So simple as that. We'll see what happens.
What did she say?
She basically broke down. She said, "You're gonna do what you're gonna do."
All right.
Noah, you might want to mute your mic.
Have a good night, brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What we doing?
Oh yeah, we're doing predictions.
All right.
Next
Match. Well, we know it's not Hangman Page versus Pac. That match got canceled. But you can go check out that match on AEW's channel. That was really cool how that happened. I hope that Hangman Page is okay too. Apparently he's suffering a leg injury.
Before we go into the next match though, I'll just say this: the match was great. Really like what they did with it. Yeah, so I won't break it down move for move because we've been going too long, so we don't have the time. But
we've been going too long. This is the marathon wrestling rundown, and to fake, this isn't even episode 200.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, triple threat match: Dr. Britt Baker, baby, versus Kylie Ray versus Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose, powerhouse here. Dr. Britt Baker, Brandy Rose saying at first she's the favorite, kayfabe wise, and then she says the other two are her favorites. Dr. Britt Baker, Kylie Ray, they have met up with each other. But Kylie Ray, she's just happy to be here, and I love her bubbly, happy personality. And I mean, she's a Pokemon fan, so already that's a game for me. And because I grew up in the original Pokemon, the fact she comes out to the original Pokemon theme, I fucking love that. Anyway, I recently saw her in a match against Mercedes Martinez for a title in Rise Ascent, and also in Zyla Pro Wrestling against my personal favorite from Impact Wrestling, Tessa Blanchard, who should be part of AEW, and I hope happens soon. Dr. Britt Baker, she impressed the hell out of me out of All In. I thought she was going to win that match, and she looked like the best out of the four. So really, I think it comes down to these two. I feel like Nyla Rose is like the sleeping giant in this. That's going to go after, I think, Kylie Ray right now the most. And Kylie Ray, she understands that she's looked at as probably the one person who thinks doesn't have a chance in this match. But I think she does. And I'm going to keep it simple because you're right, we've been going for way too damn long. I'm going with Kylie Ray.
I'll go next. I think they're gonna do something big with Dr. Britt Baker. They've really been promoting her on the YouTube channels and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with Dr. Britt Baker.
All right, James. What about you, sir?
Going with Dr. Britt Baker.
Reason?
She seems like the most build person.
All right.
Oh, before we go, is there any quick thoughts you want to give about the Neville? Not the Neville. Sorry, Pac Hangman Page match. Either of you or.
Dirty bastard took out freaking Hangman Page before their actual match. He just wants to hurt people, and truth be told, he's undefeated right now on the UK scene. I mean, his closest defeat was freaking Will Ospreay at Rev Pro, and I saw how that ended with freaking interference. Then they teamed up together, and then basically nothing happened in DQ. He really hasn't been pinned or submitted, so I mean, the bastard's going to do what he wants to do, and no one's going to stop him. So we'll see what happens.
Also, he probably would have lost this match too against Hangman Page if he didn't low blow the ref. So.
Well, we have no idea, and we'll never know. But they did say in that Tony Khan interview, of course, that you're gonna look at, I'm sure, James. They do plan to do more stuff in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
What about you, James? Did you watch the match or no?
I have seen the match, and it was a barn burner.
That was a great near 20-minute bout.
All right, next we have Cody versus Dustin Rhodes. Is it just a regular match, or is there a stipulation to it?
It is generation versus generation straight up wrestling match. You wish you would get this in WWE. It should have been in WWE.
Yeah.
And you never got it. To this much fulfillment, to this much expectation, to this much anticipation. Two incredible promos. It's literally the Attitude Era versus today's era, as Cody put it.
Yeah.
I got to figure about this. Cody Rhodes is the executive vice president of AEW. Dustin Rhodes, what's going to happen to him? He doesn't say this is his last ride. Is he going to take a backstage role? Is he permanently signed on to AEW? He's done with WWE. The Goldust character is officially retired. I got to think going forward. And I also got to figure out this, despite the fact I fucking hated it. Back at Fastlane, I think it was 2015, Stardust did beat Goldust. Or Goldust beat Stardust, excuse me.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm just going to say that this is going to be something unique. It's going to be a match, definitely, not a moment, unlike Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis for the 10 pounds of gold back at All In. Simple as that. I'm going to say Cody Rhodes wins.
Mm-hmm.
James?
Yeah, me too, man. I'm going with Cody.
Same. I mean, I think Cody's got more leeway in the company than Dustin Rhodes does.
So what do you guys see next for Dustin, though, after this match?
I see Dustin doing some more matches. I mean, not right now. I mean,
I think he'll have like the like Chris Jericho will he had in WWE, where he'll work a few matches and stuff like that. I think he'll have.
That's it. All right.
All right. Next is
there. Next match.
So Cal Uncensored versus Sema, Hawk, and L. Lindemann.
I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know anything about this, but
SCU.
I'm actually looking forward to this. Just because I saw SoCal Uncensored have that match with OWE promotion members, and they did say these are the two top performers right here. So I'm actually looking forward to this. I can't predict.
They call themselves.
Yeah. So Noah, who you picking? Because I forgot you have to go first, so you don't steal my pick.
Oh, that's right. I set the bar, literally. Okay. SCU. I mean, there's so much experience with that team. Okay, you think about TNA, you think about WWF, and you think about Ring of Honor. Okay, but Sema, T-Hawk, and Lindemann. This is the first showcase for Oriental Wrestling Entertainment, their partner on AEW broadcasting. You want your partner to look strong here because you want to believe that these guys can really be worth watching. And obviously, they're going to do more of Ordinary Wrestling Entertainment. So I am going to go with, especially since I saw a one-on-one between Sema and one of his strongest that was really incredible in a German wrestling promotion, I'm going with Sema, T-Hawk, and Lindemann for the win.
All right. I'll go SoCal Uncensored.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'll go SoCal Uncensored. Just because
the reason I didn't pick them is because I feel like SCU is going to put these guys over. They can afford the loss, guys. But all right, I'm tired of it. It's done. You guys are both SCU.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I'm just looking forward to a good match, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, let's be honest, James. Is there one match on this card you think that's not going to be good?
No, I think there's going to be great matches all around. By the way, speaking of AEW, breaking news: AEW has signed Dean Malenko as a trainer to a multi-year deal as senior producer and coach.
Nice.
So that's dope. They got one of the best technical wrestlers of the last 2 decades. So
yeah, damn right, dude. I mean, come on, enough said.
Awesome.
Next is the only title match on this show. A AAA World Tag Team title match. AAA World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. This match will be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. The Young Bucks are awesome. Lucha Bros are awesome. I keep meaning I forgot Noah's gonna go first because then he could steal my pick. So
why y'all think I'm a thief? All right, I won this title fair and square. I'm the least heel wrestling fan most people know. But with that being said, you got the Young Bucks who have so much experience and are the current AAA World Tag Team Champions. And then you got the Lucha Bros who, if you haven't watched Impact Wrestling, you don't know who the hell these two are and how well they work together, or Lucha Underground. This team is so damn dynamic. Their classics with LAX have stolen every damn show. With that being said, it's also AAA, okay? I gotta go with the Lucha Bros on this one. There's no reason the Young Bucks need these titles. Lucha Bros is my pick.
Lucha Bros.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna go Lucha Bros. I actually figured you guys were gonna pick the Young Bucks. I was gonna try to be different, but I think Lucha Bros are gonna win them back. I know the Young Bucks just won them not that long ago, but I actually think the Lucha Bros are gonna win them back to have like a nice big moment on the show.
Yeah. About
and
who the best tag team in the world is and whatever. And I'm sure this won't be their last one-on-one encounter.
Well, 2-on-2.
2-on-2. You get the idea.
Then we got the main event.
Oh, here we go. Does anything really need to be said? It's freaking GOAT versus GOAT. It's Kenny Omega versus fucking Chris Jericho.
Let's go.
Let me say this.
This.
We're closing the show with this, okay? These two have faced each other one-on-one previously at Wrestle Kingdom, and it was the highlight of the entire show. And it didn't even close the show, and it was a stipulation match. This is a straightforward one-on-one wrestling match to prove who the best in the universe is, or best in the world, whatever you want to call it. Now, Chris Jericho, and you're probably on that channel like I was, James, he is actually working on a brand new move, the Judas Effect, which is apparently going to be a spinning elbow strike into something, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Chris and this is going to be different. This is not going to be like your typical wrestling match, even though there's no stipulation. Chris Jericho's on point in a podcast saying he cannot take the One-Wing Angel again. But he is going to face Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship at freaking Dominion. And I cannot fucking wait for that show either. And I will do predictions on that. But I gotta keep it simple. We have beaten probably your longest podcast to date. I am going to go with Chris Jericho for the win.
I'm going to go with Kenny Omega.
Right.
I got the side and vote here. Well, you know what I mean. See, I've been going back and forth on this match all day because it's really unpredictable. It could really go either way. And I'm going to go Kenny Omega just because of the fact that they really want to push him as a big star. And I think he's going to be in contention for the new
AEW Championship, despite the fact he's the executive vice president. Guys, keep this in mind. These guys, all we're talking about, Young Bucks, Cody, Kenny Omega, they're executive vice presidents of the company. They're going to be working more on the backstage dynamics and the production value and the creative direction than they are going to be in wrestling. Because what this company's about, giving people a chance. They're going to help these people. They're not going to own them. This isn't WWE, thank God. So that's why I went with Chris Jericho, because he already lost to Kenny Omega back at Wrestle Kingdom. But
I know.
Your picks are in. So I guess that's it then.
Yay. We did it.
I'm
psyched for this show, bro.
Yeah, same. Like,
tomorrow night cannot come fast enough.
Yeah. Like, I can't wait. And we're doing it the right way, too. Actually, we're doing it on pay-per-view. We're not doing it pirating or any of that crap. So.
That's because the show's actually worth its value.
Yeah. And everything's still all set for them all, right, James? Like,
Yeah, I'm all set. It's all set, yeah.
Well.
Yeah, we're all set.
All right, then I guess that's it. Gentlemen, good luck to both of you. And Steven, Chris, and John, get those predictions to me. You got till buy-in. Otherwise, you forfeit.
Yeah.
Well, Chris will, because, you already you got yours in, so.
Steve, at this point, I'm not expecting to send predictions.
Like I said, Owen, message those guys. Have them private message me those predictions. I'll give you the chart.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen. So I'll just do my thing real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, know this. I'm just Simple Man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. And that's always going to be me. You want to follow me, talk wrestling, NoahDQ.com/Noah. Simple YouTube page for predictions and retrospectives on everything outside WWE. YouTube.com/users/NoahFoss210. Support NoDQ on all your social media platforms. Follow them on YouTube, Twitter, NoDQ.com/shirts, buy a shirt. And I'll end with this because I got to go. Support your wrestling house, big and small, and let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that. And I'll see you all after Double or Nothing. Good night and goodbye.
Good night. All right. My turn. You guys can follow me on YouTube. That's youtube.com/user/JHebertSide95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. You could also check me out on Twitter, which is at JHebertSide95. Same way you spell it. And I might be making a return on the actual YouTube channel at JHebertSide. We'll see what happens. It's better to be creative than to review sometimes, especially when it comes to WWE. So I figured if I'm not going to review, might as well create. There you go. I might be returning. Who knows?
I don't know what you're gonna do, but we'll see.
We'll see. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you can also check me out on my CAW League channel, which we just hosted our big 8-hour mega event, Immortal. That's on the YouTube channel right now. That's youtube.com/user/WYW Pride.
And you can check me out on CM Brothers, Owen the Talkinator, and this channel for, any type of video you want. You want Death Note, go to the CM Brothers. You want, any other non-wrestling video, go to not Breaking Bad.
Owen the Talkinator.
Yeah. Apparently Breaking Bad and Owen the Talkinator is the same thing. And if you want wrestling, come to this channel and stay on this channel. Never leave this channel. You stay here. If you leave, I'll make it come back. What the hell am I talking about?
I don't fucking know.
All right, we'll end it there. See ya.
Bye.